Here we go now.
Now your host for Countdown to Kickoff, Isaac Lowenkron.
What better way to ring in a new Chargers season than to celebrate the induction of Antonio Gates into the Pro Football Hall of Fame? That's what's in store this evening in Canton as the Chargers take on the Detroit Lions in the Hall of Fame game. I'm Isaac Lowenkron. This is the first time the Chargers have played in the Hall of Fame game since 1994. And if you're a Charger fan, you're hoping that history will repeat itself, because in 1994, of course, the Chargers went on to make it to the Super Bowl for the first time in franchise history. One of the reasons the Chargers were selected to play in Canton this year was in honor of Antonio Gates becoming the 381st inductee into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And if you want to know what it means to him, let him explain.
I just had so many tough days, so many hard days, and it wasn't for nothing. It was for me to get to this point of saying to myself, saying to my kids and my family, your dad is, your cousin or your brother is a Pro Football Hall of Famer.
Also having a great week, two-time Pro Bowl left tackle and Justin Herbert's blindside protector, Rashawn Slater, who on Sunday agreed to a 4-year, $114 million contract extension, making him the highest-paid offensive lineman in NFL history.
It feels amazing. Honestly, just super thankful for the organization, believing in me, drafting me 5 years ago now, and now I have the chance to do an extension. It means a lot for me and my family, just the stability, but it doesn't change anything. Still got to wake up and give it my all every day, and I'm just super thankful to be here.
And Charger fans also super thankful to have an even more robust Jim Harbaugh on the sideline after an off-season where he had hip replacement surgery as well as another procedure to correct an irregular heartbeat, making him even more enthusiastic, if that's even possible.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up! Okay, grab a knee, take a knee, take a knee. You're just getting the big locomotive moving, man. It takes a lot to get it going. It's like a locomotive, an airplane. It takes a lot to get it moving. But once you get it moving, man, once it gets going, we're building it.
Coming up next, we get it moving to Canton and our Hall of Fame duo of Matt Money Smith and Daniel Jeremiah as they reminisce about Antonio Gates with longtime Chargers center and present assistant offensive line coach Nick Hardwick. You're tuned to Chargers Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
Hi, it's Tim Case. I've been so lucky to have spoken with dozens of the country's top coaches on my Masters in Coaching podcast. You know what they all have in common? They've all gotten their Masters in Coaching from Concordia University, Irvine. Coaches, transform your sports program, your career, and get to the next level. Apply for the fall term at Concordia University, Irvine. Classes start on Monday, August 18th, but I wouldn't wait. Every new student gets $1,000 off. Go to cui.edu/coaching, cui.edu/coaching.
Picture this, a seamlessly managed print environment that saves you time, money, and headaches. With Toshiba's Encompass Managed Print Services, our team of experts will optimize your print productivity so you can focus on what matters. So, whether it's boosting your bottom line, saving precious IT resources, or better management of your printers, Toshiba's Encompass Managed Print Services has your back. Visit our website at business.toshiba.com to learn more. Toshiba, we're the managed print experts.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Winning a world championship is incredible, but nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips in supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
The 2025 Ford F-150, California's best-selling truck brand.
Now is the time to get into that Ford you've been eyeing with Ford's summer sales event. Go see your local Southern California Ford dealers and get the hottest deals with 0 payments for up to 90 days on select Ford vehicles.
From the F-150 or F-150 electric to the Mustang Mach-E, whatever model you've been looking at, is ready for you.
Plus, get a complimentary maintenance plan for 24 months. Go to buyfordnow.com for details.
Got a game, boys!
This is LA Chargers Countdown to Kickoff.
Comes pressure, Mahomes pumps, head drop!
On the LA Chargers Audio Network.
1 hour and 3 minutes to go on our Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Countdown to kickoff as the Chargers meet the Detroit Lions in the Pro Football Hall of Fame game. Who better to give his perspective on incoming Hall of Famer Antonio Gates than former Chargers center and present assistant offensive line coach Nick Hardwick, who shared a huddle with Antonio Gates for his entire 11-year career. And earlier, he reminisced about his former teammate with Matt Money Smith and Daniel Jeremiah.
Got a football game today, but the centerpiece is the weekend, Saturday, the induction of Antonio Gates into the Pro Football Hall of Fame here in Canton, Ohio. And what a treat for us, DJ, to talk to one of his former teammates, someone that helped dominate the aughts with Antonio Gates, and that is Chargers assistant offensive line coach and one of the all-time great centers in the history of the league, Nick Hardwick. Nick? Well, I guess I'll give you a congratulations, too. It's a team sport, and, you know, without a great offensive line, Antonio Gates doesn't have time to run those routes. So just kind of the idea that teammates sort of take part in these individual celebrations.
It's really awesome. It's obviously an individual honor. Antonio did all the work. He's got the physical body and the mindset to be a Hall of Famer. It's a special breed that gets into Canton, and we were lucky enough to be a part of it. I mean, he's such a tremendous guy. He was a fantastic teammate, always had a smile on his face, worked his butt off, loved being around him. And then for us, you know, we get to have a little bit of nostalgia, and really we get to go reconnect with one another, and it's going to be a fantastic weekend for everybody.
I'd love to know how you described him, because for scouting, we have all our own vernacular, and to me, like, the word wiggle was made for Antonio Gates. There's something different about how he kind of moved. How would you describe the way he moved and played?
Shake, you know, like wiggle, shake. He just had a real subtlety about his game that was obviously built on his basketball game. And so he had a way of getting open when it looked like there was no chance he was going to get open. He could catch balls like he was catching rebounds. And I always thought he was too fast for linebackers and too big for DBs, and the quarterback seemed to love him.
Just speaking the route that he took to get here, how often did that come up? Like, did you ever notice? Like you said, a lot of it's the basketball, the positive, but you know, I would imagine maybe people giving him the business a little bit about the basketball versus football in college. It's such an odd way to find your way into Canton.
The longer you're around the game, the more you find guys have really circuitous routes to get to where they are. When you do talk to guys and when you figure out their stories, it's always fascinating how guys ended up here. And the more I'm in it, the more I just realize you're kind of predestined to be here if you do the work. And you're kind of given this route to take, and it worked out so well for Antonio. And, you know, his first year I was not here, and then his second season he exploded on the scene. I think he had 13 touchdown catches or something like that. It was ridiculous for a second-year player, and he kind of popped out of nowhere. But the physical body, his understanding of the game and sports in general really helped parlay that into such a unbelievable career.
How fun was it, though? I mean, to me, talking about Antonio, but you've got LT. You think about all the pieces you guys had. You had an offensive line where you guys were so close-knit. Just how much fun did you guys have playing on those teams?
It was the best. It was the best. I mean, the whole thing was the best. Meetings were the best. Traveling with the guys was the best. Practice was a joy to be at every single day. It felt like recess. And, you know, speaking of fun, like, Antonio had the best smile, and he had such a great sense of humor that even in a really tense game, you'd look over at him in a huddle and he'd have this giant smile on your face, and he was just having a great time, and it would put everybody at ease. And I think that's one of his great underrated attributes, is just how much joy he brought to our team.
We know how important the center-quarterback connection is, and that connection you had with Philip, but what was that connection like between he and Antonio? Just kind of the unspoken things, the eyes catching each other, you know, and because you don't get to, I don't know what, I think he threw 92 of his 113 touchdowns or something like that. You don't get there without something weird going on.
So I don't know how Philip had enough time in the day for this, but because I know he spent every morning with me, and we'd detail out the blitzes, and we watch film really hard, and we'd have this real great communication at the line of scrimmage. We'd almost have a conversation about who's blitzing and who's not blitzing. I know he did that with the receivers. I know he did that with Antonio. So when it came to certain looks in games, they just understood where the other one was going to be and what they were thinking. And that's just because of open communication and both of them being connectors, and it makes it easier.
Always great catching up with Nick. Just one of the best dudes, and kind enough to give us a few minutes here.
Former Chargers center and present assistant offensive line coach Nick Hardwick with Matt Money Smith and Daniel Jeremiah. Chargers fans, bolt up, catch all the action this season live and in person with Vivid Seats, proud partner of the Los Angeles Chargers and the only ticket company that rewards you for buying. Download the app today. Coming up next, we're going to take you down on the field in Canton, where Shannon Farron is standing by to set the scene. You're tuned to Chargers Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
This summer at the Peterson Automotive Museum, relive the coolest cars of the 80s and 90s. See movie legends, race like a pro in our simulators, and dive into arcade nostalgia. Over 400 rare and iconic vehicles, all in one place. Tickets at peterson.org. That's petersen.org.
Scoring your favorite LA Chargers gear has never been easier with 2 locations to choose from. The Equipment Room at SoFi Stadium and the Chargers Team Store located right there at 2144 East El Segundo Boulevard in the Chargers Commons Shopping Center. Open Thursday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Chargers Team Store is stocked with the latest limited edition merch drops, jerseys, headwear, sideline gear, and much more. To learn more, visit chargers.com/shop. Again, that's chargers.com/shop. At UCLA Health, discovery and innovation lead to the best care. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best experience so you can live your best life. It's why we're consistently ranked as a top hospital nationwide for 35 consecutive years by U.S. News and World Report. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today at one of our over 280 locations right here in Southern California. Once again, that's uclahealth.org.
The 2025 Ford F-150, California's best-selling truck brand.
Now is the time to get into that Ford you've been eyeing with Ford's summer sales event. Go see your local Southern California Ford dealers and get the hottest deals with 0 payments for up to 90 days on select Ford vehicles.
From the F-150 or F-150 electric to the Mustang Mach-E, whatever model you've been looking at is ready for you.
Plus, get a complimentary maintenance plan for 24 months. Go to buyfordnow.com for details.
Santa Monica College, the #1 college in transfers for 34 years in a row. Looking for a great job or boost to a top 4-year university? SMC is the perfect place to get you there. Enroll for their fall semester at smc.edu. That's smc.edu.
Welcome to the NFL. I'm a dog. Show me I'm a dog, bro. You're listening to LA Chargers Countdown to Kickoff on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
55 minutes remain on our Morongo Casino Resort and Spa Countdown to Kickoff as the Chargers take on the Detroit Lions in the Hall of Fame game. Let's take you down on the field in Canton, and kicking off her 9th season on the Chargers sideline, it's Shannon Farron. Hi, Shannon.
Hey, Isaac. Oh, my gosh, all the stars are out tonight. Warren Moon was just down here in his gold jacket. Tony Dungy. Right now, Jim Harbaugh is warming up with Trey Lance. Yes, that Trey Lance. He plays for your Los Angeles Chargers, and you're going to see a lot of Trey Lance at quarterback here tonight. Number 3 overall pick. It was a year after Justin Herbert was taken at 6, that Trey Lance was taken at number 3 out of North Dakota State. They thought he'd be like a Carson Wentz, also out of North Dakota State. He was limited there, about 19 games he played there in college, but my gosh, did he shine. 49ers basically gave up everything to move up from 12 to 3. He only started in 4 games for the 49ers. A lot of injuries plagued him early on, and then he was kind of finding some trouble trouble getting into the offense. Brock Purdy at the same time was ascending. So really no place left for the 49ers with Trey Lance. So he was traded to Dallas. He so far this training camp has been taking snaps with the second team, but a real shot to be QB2 here for your Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert just came out here, gray sweatpants. He's watching Trey Lance warm up as well. Now listen, I said I wasn't going to get excited, Isaac, for this preseason, not even a preseason game, right?
Right.
But here we are, and everyone's blood is pumping. There are Chargers fans filling up the stands. What are the stands here? It kind of feels a little bit like a high school, college football stadium here at Tom Benson Stadium. Who is Tom Benson, by the way, Isaac? Have you gone through this fun fact? Because I dug into it.
Former owner of the New Orleans Saints, right?
That's right. But you would think that the name on the Hall of Fame stadium for the NFL would be somebody like George Halas, right? It would be somebody, a name you would know. You'd know exactly what he did, what his place in NFL lore was. But Tom Benson, you had to Google. Tom Benson donated $11 million in 2014, as you mentioned, the owner of the New Orleans Saints. They renamed the Fawcett Stadium. It was called John Fawcett after a former Canton Board of Education member here in Ohio. Because why Canton, Ohio? Well, this is where the American Professional Football Association was founded before it became the NFL in 1920. Also home of the Canton Bulldogs, the first to win consecutive NFL championships in 1922 and 1923. But that's all history, Isaac. Tonight, all eyes here on this game between the Chargers and the Lions. And if you ask Jim Harbaugh, more people watch this game, the Hall of Fame game, than the NBA Finals and the World Series. That's what he told the team this week, and we'll just stick to that.
Yeah, perfect enthusiasm among both head coaches to pump up this Hall of Fame game on the field, and Jim Harbaugh and the equally energetic Dan Campbell, the head coach of the Detroit Lions. Shannon, thanks so much. Always great to check in with you. We'll check in with you down on the field coming up a little later on. But coming up next, a tribute to the man of the night and of the weekend, incoming Pro Football Hall of Famer Antonio Gates. It's straight ahead on Chargers Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
This summer at the Peterson Automotive Museum, relive the coolest stars of the 80s and 90s. See movie legends, race like a pro in our simulators, and dive into arcade nostalgia. Over 400 rare and iconic vehicles, all in one place. Tickets at peterson.org. That's petersen.org.
Scoring your favorite LA Chargers gear has never been easier with two locations to choose from. The equipment room at SoFi Stadium and the Chargers team store located right there at 2144 East El Segundo Boulevard in the Chargers Commons Shopping Center. Open Thursday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Chargers team store is stocked with the latest limited edition merch drops, jerseys, headwear, sideline gear, and much more. To learn more, visit chargers.com/shop. Again, that's chargers.com/shop.
Big announcement to make. I'm so pumped. I just got into the brand new fully electric Hyundai Ioniq 5. This got to be one of the coolest SUVs I've seen in my life and one of the most teched out electric vehicles ever, which is what I'm all about. Premium features like Hyundai's digital key, Bose premium audio, and of course, ultra fast charging capability. Let's go. And it looks so slick. You have no idea. Learn more about the Ioniq 5 at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Hey, Chargers fans, a winning football team runs like a well-oiled machine. Every player doing their job, every part working together in peak condition. Your vehicle's no different. Hi, this is Tim Cates for Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where your car or truck gets the championship treatment with a 15-minute drive-through oil change. No appointment needed. Locations all over Southern California. Find yours at SoCalOilChange.com. Want your ride to perform like a winning team? Touchdown, Chargers! Make it a Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Santa Monica College, the #1 college in transfers for 34 years in a row. Looking for a great job or boost to a top 4-year university? SMC's the perfect place to get you there. Enroll for their fall semester at smc.edu. That's smc.edu.
Intercepted! This is LA Chargers Countdown to Kickoff. The Chargers have it on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
49 minutes remain on our Morongo Casino Resort and Spa Chargers Countdown to Kickoff, preceding their matchup with the Detroit Lions in the Hall of Fame game. On Saturday, Antonio Gates will officially become the 381st member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Let's take a special listen back to some of the many thrills he provided Charger fans over the years, culminating in the Hall of Fame literally knocking on his door, courtesy of longtime teammate, friend, and now fellow Pro Football Hall of Famer, LaDainian Tomlinson. Congratulations, Antonio.
Another free agent, the tight end from Kent State. And if that name is familiar, he was the leading scorer for Kent State. Averaged over 20 points a game and over 7 rebounds. This man hasn't played football since high school. Undrafted free agent. Second and goal from the 4. Flutie looking at zone. Gates. Touchdown. First NFL touchdown for the rookie out of Kent State, Antonio Gates.
Shuttle pass to Gates. It is a touchdown. And he has set the record. He just set the NFL record for receptions by a tight end in one season.
Second and 6, Rivers. End zone. Number 100, Antonio Gates.
Second and goal now. Rivers in the shotgun, empty set. Gates inside on the right. Again looking for Gates. Going to the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Antonio Gates, get that ball to Kenton and grab Antonio's gold jacket while you're there. His 112th touchdown reception, the most ever by a tight end in NFL history. 2 thrown by Doug Flutie, 2 from LaDainian Tomlinson, 23 from Drew Brees, and that one from Phillip Rivers, the 85th for this perfect pair. Congratulations to the future Hall of Famer and your former teammate, Nick.
Matt Gates, he began as a project. Undrafted free agent, converted basketball player out of Kent State. He has become the most successful touchdown-catching tight end in NFL history.
Casey. Oh, that's good. It is.
Wow. It's my honor to welcome you to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, class of 2025.
Oh, wow, man. Oh, wow, man. It's funny because I just lost my dad. I just buried my dad a week ago, Saturday. And he would always talk about being a competitor, being tough. And, man, it's tough, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, bro. Wow.
116 touchdowns, 8 Pro Bowls, and now the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Congratulations again, Antonio Gates. Win with Wilshire Law Firm, official personal injury firm of the Chargers. Find them at wilshirelaw.com/Chargers and pay nothing until you win. Coming up next, we'll hear from another Charger legend who connected with Gates to the tune of 89 touchdowns, Phillip Rivers. That's straight ahead on Chargers Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
California, it's time to reimagine not only what we recycle, but how we recycle it. Putting food scraps in your grain bin and taking California Redemption Value beverage containers to a recycling site to get your cash back are just 2 of the small steps you can take today for a greener tomorrow. This is how we're reimagining recycling, California. And it all starts right here. To learn more, visit recyclingreimaginedca.com.
I'm so excited driving around my brand new car. What's going on, you guys? It is Stryker, the 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid, which I absolutely love. When you're cruising around in a Hyundai hybrid vehicle, this means you're getting great fuel efficiency without the lifestyle change. You don't have to stop to charge ever, and of course, less frequent trips to the gas station. It's the 2025 Tucson Hybrid, top-notch safety features, advanced tech, eye-catching design. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or
Call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Hi, it's Tim Cates. I've been so lucky to have spoken with dozens of the country's top coaches on my Masters in Coaching podcast. You know what they all have in common? They've all gotten their Masters in Coaching from Concordia University, Irvine. Coaches, transform your sports program, your career, and get to the next level. Apply for the fall term at Concordia University, Irvine. Classes start on Monday, August 18th, but I wouldn't wait. Every new student gets $1,000 off. Go to cui.edu/coaching, cui.edu/coaching.
You're listening to LA Chargers Countdown to Kickoff.
Who's got it better than us?
On the LA Chargers Audio Network.
43 minutes to go on our Morongo Casino Resort and Spa Countdown to Kickoff. It's the Chargers and the Detroit Lions in the Pro Football Hall of Fame game. Tonight and this weekend, we, of course, celebrate Antonio Gates' induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And recently, another Chargers legend made news as Philip Rivers officially retired as a Charger. And as he did throughout his 16 seasons as a Bolt, he did it his way.
I'm Philip Rivers, quarterback, and I'm retiring a Charger. I think gratitude really is the first thing that comes to mind.
One of the greatest gamers of his generation.
There were so many highlights and fun Sundays.
Philip Rivers just ripped it.
So many. But what I miss and what I'm most appreciative and thankful for are those relationships. The things that were behind the scenes.
The Chargers are alive!
What you lived every day. It's the days at Murphy Canyon. On the practice field.
One time! Oh, yeah!
You miss those moments.
Team, baby, team!
Oh, you're going to get me going. I picture riding down that hill, in the Qualcomm. And you just go like, man, shoot, they're fired up today. And seeing the flags and seeing the, smoke from the grills going and stuff. That just never got old. That never got old. Dang, I didn't expect to get. And just growing up in the yard, playing the game, I just love to play, love to compete, and so that part never left me.
Good night to us.
There are some clips that I look at and just shake my head.
90-yard touchdown.
And then some I go, dang, that was a lot of fun.
I'm just having fun.
Yeah, is there an edginess to it? Are you trying to get under the skin of the opponent? Of course. Is there some of it that's just a lot of fun? It's in the backyard.
Rivers gives to Sproles.
That home Colts playoff game.
Chargers win. He got it.
I left slot 30 ISO, walk off. That moment was, dang. I mean, I can get there in a hurry. Even 06, Cincinnati Bengals comeback.
Incredible. Unbelievable.
The big win in 13 at Denver.
Touchdown.
On Thursday night, 2018 in Arrowhead. Mike catching the back-to-back, touchdown in the back shoulder, and then the 2-point play, they left him wide open. Goes fast. To Dean Spanos and the Spanos family for believing in a small-town kid and from North Alabama by way of Raleigh and NC State.
Having you retired Charger, man, it means the world to us as an organization. We're just so grateful.
And at quarterback from North Carolina State.
And here's the Philip Rivers era beginning.
Number 17. Touchdown! Touchdown! Charger! Philip Rivers!
Thankful for those 16 years and for entrusting me to be the quarterback. And certainly never took it for granted.
Go on, keep fighting. Just keep fighting.
Never took it for granted. Getting suit up and lead the Chargers for 240-something games in a row.
Chargers legend Philip Rivers. If you're a Chargers fan, you may remember that Philip and his wife are the parents of 10 children. Philip Rivers is now also a grandfather. His oldest daughter and her husband have a son who's almost a year old. So Philip Rivers is now a grandfather, if you can believe that. Coming up next, Matt Money Smith and Daniel Jeremiah will sit down with the head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers, Jim Harbaugh. You're tuned to Chargers Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
Hi, it's Tim Cates. I've been so lucky to have spoken with dozens of the country's top coaches on my Masters in Coaching podcast. You know what they all have in common? They've all gotten their Masters in Coaching from Concordia University, Irvine. Coaches, transform your sports program, your career, and get to the next level. Apply for the fall term at Concordia University, Irvine. Classes start on Monday, August 18th, but I wouldn't wait. Every new student gets $1,000 off. Go to cui.edu/coaching, cui.edu/coaching.
Scoring your favorite LA Chargers gear has never been easier with 2 locations to choose from. The Equipment Room at SoFi Stadium and the Chargers team store located right there at 2144 East El Segundo Boulevard in the Chargers Commons Shopping Center. Open Thursday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Chargers team store is stocked with the latest limited edition merch drops, jerseys, headwear, sideline gear, and much more. To learn more, visit chargers.com/shop. Again, that's chargers.com/shop.
Hey Chargers fans, a winning football team runs like a well-oiled machine. Every player doing their job, every part working together in peak condition. Your vehicle's no different. Hi, this is Tim Cates for Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where your car or truck gets the championship treatment with a 15-minute drive-through oil change. No appointment needed. Locations all over Southern California. Find yours at SoCalOilChange.com. Want your ride to perform like a winning team? Touchdown Chargers! Make it a Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Eric Dickerson here for my favorite spot in the desert, Spotlight 29.
When you're in the Coachella Valley, nobody brings you fun and excitement like Spotlight 29 Casino. They've added hundreds of new slots and 5 treasures baccarat exclusive to Spotlight 29.
And the best lineup of entertainers anywhere.
Go to Spotlight29.com for details.
Plus, the gaming age is now 18.
So get to the Coachella Valley.
Great shows, bright lights, and big winning.
The NFL the way that I do, I love unique stats. And I've got a couple for you here in this segment. Of all the active coaches who have won Super Bowls, and there are right now 5, Andy Reid, John Harbaugh, Pete Carroll, Sean Payton, Mike Tomlin, all have done so between year 3 and year 7.
Or NFL football. Yes, it is July, but we got ourselves a football game. The Hall of Fame game between the Chargers and the Lions is coming up, and there's a big reason. One of the reasons why we're here is a celebration of one of the all-time greats, Antonio Gates, as we sit with Coach Jim Harbaugh. Coach, would just love to get your initial thoughts on Gatesy going into the Hall of Fame.
Everybody in the organization is thrilled, even and us who weren't in the organization at that time or weren't teammates, just nothing but respect. I mean, one of the all-time greats, game changer. He's what I think of when I think of the tight end position becoming uncoverable, with just one defender. Linebackers that aren't really fast enough. They're physical enough, but they're not fast enough to cover him unless it was a Deion Henley type of linebacker. And safeties, not physical enough or big enough, fast enough to cover him, but not he was a mismatch and changed the game. And everybody knows the story too. I mean, basketball player and how many guys that followed that formula. There was
Los Angeles Chargers.
Definitely some. Marcus Pollard is one I can think of who I played with in Indianapolis. So, just a tremendous story, and everybody in the organization is thrilled.
Coach, you're always fired up when we get football cranked up. What's got you most excited about this group as you got a chance to coach them here and got to camp?
I mean, some would say, get the party started, get it started. And, you play that first preseason game. It's similar to the opener, too. I mean, it's like jumping out of an airplane and you hope the parachute opens. You don't know exactly where you are or what you have, especially with some of the new players. And really ascending players, guys going into their could be their first year here or going into their second year. Feel like we have so many, good young ascending players, and you want to see them in the game.
You get 4 of these, 4 preseason games. Just the advantage, or just so the way that sets the schedule and what you've been able to do here with this extra couple weeks of training camp and with this extra preseason game.
Yeah, I mean that's the way we're looking at it. It's helping us improvise and adjust too. With the Sao Paulo game,
coming up. We're through a trip in, wanted to go to San Diego, coming here, making a road trip. All those things are, I think, preparing this team in some ways for what's to come this season. I mean, there's a lot of travel. There's the airplanes work good. We're here, and we're ready to get it started.
You mentioned these young ascending players. You got a great coaching staff, but how much of a benefit is it to have players, some veteran players in these position group rooms to be able to help these young guys as they're making this transition and adjustment?
Well, it's huge. I mean, ask Derwin, ask Justin, ask K-Mac, or ask Dayon or DP. I mean, every single position group. Ask Rashawn, ask Bose, ask Najee, ask every position, Will Dissly, Tyler Conklin. Every position group has a veteran pro who does it the right way and are example setters.
We'll be back with more of our conversation with head coach Jim Harbaugh here on the LA Chargers Football Network.
This summer at the Peterson Automotive Museum, relive the coolest cars of the 80s and 90s. See movie legends, race like a pro in our simulators, and dive into arcade nostalgia. Over 400 rare and iconic vehicles, all in one place. Tickets at peterson.org. That's PETERSEN.org.
California. It's time to reimagine not only what we recycle, but how we recycle it. Putting food scraps in your green bin and taking California Redemption Value beverage containers to a recycling site to get your cash back are just two of the small steps you can take today for a greener tomorrow. This is how we're reimagining recycling California. And it all starts right here. To learn more, visit recyclingreimaginedca.com.
Real men don't bite their nails. They get them buffed and admired. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Save $30 on an indulgent 2-hour mani-pedi combo at Sage Spa.
Number 2.
Pointer Sisters, live August 23rd.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Jeep Gladiator and $5,000 in promo chips at 10 p.m. the 31st. Earn entries now. Be here at 10 p.m. on the 31st to win.
Morongo, good times.
Big announcement to make. I'm so pumped. I just got into the brand new fully electric Hyundai Ioniq 5. This got to be one of the coolest SUVs I've seen in my life.
They had Deebo Samuel in the offseason. They go all in an offseason after a season in which they made it all the way to the NFC Conference Championship game. Among those teams, certainly deserving of consideration, certainly who could go all the way without much of a surprise, the Detroit Lions, the Cincinnati Bengals with questions in the secondary, and the Los Angeles Rams with questions at safety. But they add Devontae Adams, a very hungry Matt Stafford, and a healthy Puka Nacua. The Rams expect to be heard from as well this year. And what about the Pittsburgh Steelers? And how about Mike Tomlin and company? 18 consecutive seasons of non-losing seasons. They bring in Aaron Rodgers to the fold. Interesting because there were reports that Rodgers was actually their third choice for quarterback. Number 1, Matt Stafford, not available. Number 2, Justin Fields, saw greener pastures, literally. Enter Aaron Rodgers, and the proud Pittsburgh Steelers found themselves in the desperate spot of waiting for Aaron all offseason. Now, Aaron here says he's grateful to be in Pittsburgh, says it's not about his ego. I want you to listen to this, and you tell me if the future Hall of Famer is telling the truth here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it is. Like, I don't need it. For my ego, I don't need it to keep playing. A lot of decisions that I've made over my career and life from strictly the ego, even if they turn out well, are always unfulfilling. But the decisions made from the soul are usually pretty fulfilling. So this was the decision that was best for my soul. And I felt like being here with Coach T and the guys that got here and the opportunity here was the best for me. And I'm excited to be here.
How do you define success for the Pittsburgh Steelers with one Aaron Rodgers? To me, simply put, they have to appear as a contender. Is it possible for them to achieve that this year? I'm not so sure. In an offensive era, Pittsburgh has led the league in defensive spending 3 years consecutively. Their offense has been from the dark ages. And it'll be interesting to see if Aaron Rodgers can get that offense into the 21st century. Your NFL preview segment is brought to you by Wallside Windows, Michigan's leader in replacement windows for over 80 years. Coming up next, it's the two Dans, Dan Miller with Dan Campbell, and it's right here on the Detroit Lions.
As someone that was born in this state and spent some time here, just kind of your thoughts about Canton, how special a place it is, and if you have any just kind of thoughts that stick out when you think about the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame.
First memory is coming here as a youngster, 6 or 7 years old. Dad brought myself, John, and Joni. We were watching a Hall of Fame game, and remember going through the hall the first time. I remember my dad bought a it was the facade of the Hall of Fame. It was light blue and white, and we had that on our mantle forever. It's still there. It's still in my dad's basement, and it had some kind of liquor in it. I don't know what it was. We didn't. I think Grandma Harbaugh, when she was watching us, 1 year in the late, the late 70s. She found out what was in there. So it's empty now. But, I mean, that's the burning memory I have, of the hall. Like, we got this, and it was, I think, it might have been the first year that the Hall of Fame opened. You'd have to ask my dad, but it was like the first year or the second year. And Dad, Nato Vahayan, Mom, in Ohio, and we were there like the first year it opened, and I remember we bought that. And when I go to the Hall of Fame tomorrow, I'm gonna say, do you guys have any of these like facade, that has the Hall of Fame on it? I mean, you looked at it, I've stared at it for a long time, and it sat up there on the mantle, or above the TV. I mean, that was like a prized possession for the family. Yeah, we got to get. I just asked my dad, "Hey, did you bring it? Do you have it? Take a picture of it." He's already here in Crestline where he grew up. So he and my mom drove down this morning. But I gotta get that picture. I just gotta see it. I'll give it to Josh so everybody can see it.
Well, if there's something with liquor in it, I'll probably find it.
We got it. We got the picture. Look, that's it. Little light blue. Got the gold. That was it right there. Look at that big top right there.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that cool? That's iconic right there. I mean, if they still make that, I'm going to buy it.
Well,
look it.
We can get it.
No,
we can buy it, right?
Oh, you can?
Is that for sale?
$70. $70. That is phenomenal right there. That's phenomenal.
Coach, we appreciate it. Good luck today. It's going to be a lot of fun out there.
Thank you.
When we return, get you down on the field. Shannon Farron with the latest injury report as we get ready for kickoff between the Chargers and the Lions here. Hall of Fame game on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Let's be honest. Relationships shouldn't be this hard. It's time to say goodbye, grass, because you deserve better. Break up with your lawn and upgrade to a beautiful, low-maintenance, California-friendly garden. Go to BeWaterWise.com and start a new relationship that saves you water today. BeWaterWise.com.
California, it's time to reimagine not only what we recycle, but how we recycle it. Putting food scraps in your green bin and taking California Redemption Value beverage containers to a recycling site to get your cash back are just two of the small steps you can take today for a greener tomorrow. This is how we're reimagining recycling California. And it all starts right here. To learn more, visit recyclingreimaginedca.com.
Want to go to college this fall? Don't let money hold you back. To be eligible for a Cal grant and to get the most financial aid available, fill out your FAFSA or CATA by September 2nd. If you already submitted your FAFSA but only listed four-year colleges, that's okay. Just update your application to include the community college of your choice. Keep your college dreams alive and enroll now at ICanGoToCollege.com.
Got a game, boys! This is LA Chargers Countdown to Kickoff. Comes pressure, Mahomes pumps, head drop on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
24 minutes to go on our Morongo Casino Resort and Spa countdown to kickoff as the Chargers meet the Detroit Lions in the Hall of Fame game. So we got Antonio Gates going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2025. Let's hear from a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 1993 and another member of Charger royalty, Dan Fouts, who's on the field in Canton with Shannon Farron. Shannon.
Yes, Isaac, Dan Fouts, 1993, was it 2025? Does it feel like it was yesterday?
You know, in a way it does, and then you look at this stadium, and no, this is amazing because we played in a high school stadium on this very same grounds, but it was totally different. This is fantastic, this new stadium, and just coming back, I mean, it's been 32 years now, but every year is so special to see the same guys and also get to meet the new class.
Now, this jacket, is this the original 1993 jacket?
No, the old jacket was kind of yellow, and it's really yellow now. It's in the closet, and that's where it will stay. But, yeah, the gold ones are new, and we're happy that Hager decided to up our wardrobe.
What do you say? Like, do you have a guy at Hager? Do you call when you say, like, I need a new jacket? I was 40, I don't know, men's jackets. I was 40 long, now I'm 42. How does it work?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's like they used to give me my jersey. They said, wear it. And so they give me this jacket. I can say, wear it. I am proud to wear it.
What do you tell the guys? Like, Antonio Gates is here. He's a couple feet away from us, yet to don his gold jacket. What do you tell him? To soak it all in, something of that nature?
Well, the biggest thing is they run them around so much this weekend, and they're exhausted already. But they'll be so uplifted tomorrow night when they do get their jacket. And they also get to see 116 Pro Football Hall of Famers at the same time because all those men are going to be there celebrating the new class.
A moving moment.
It is. It's emotional. It's heartwarming. It's every emotion, positive emotion you can imagine.
Dan Fouts, thanks so much. Always a pleasure.
It is always a pleasure. Thanks. Good luck.
All right, guys. Not going to find a nicer guy than Dan Fouts. Back to you, Isaac.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shannon, and thank you to Dan Fouts as well. Coming up next, it's the UCLA Health Injury Report. You're tuned to Morongo Casino Resort and Spa countdown to kickoff on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
Hi, it's Tim Cates. I've been so lucky to have spoken with dozens of the country's top coaches on my Masters in Coaching podcast. You know what they all have in common? They've all gotten their Masters in Coaching from Concordia University, Irvine. Coaches, transform your sports program, your career, and get to the next level. Apply for the fall term at Concordia University, Irvine. Classes start on Monday, August 18th, but I wouldn't wait. Every new student gets $1,000 off. Go to cui.edu/coaching, cui.edu/coaching.
Like our championship-winning boys in blue, your Southern California Chevy dealers have star talent at every position. Leading off, Chevy Silverado, the #1 selling full-size pickup in Southern California. Crushing big league challenges with legendary strength and advanced capability. Stop by and drive one home today, or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Based on S&P Global Mobility. New retailer registrations using large pickup segmentation. Call 844-55-CHEVY or see dealer for details.
If you owe the IRS or state, if you've received a levy or garnishment notice, the worst thing you can do is ignore it. The problem isn't going away, and the longer you put it off, the more penalties and interest keep piling up. So what should you do? Call a company that can help. The experts at Rush Tax Resolution know how to fight the IRS and win. Rush Tax is A+ rated with the BBB, and they've helped thousands of people put an end to their tax problems for good. And if you're a business owner and owe payroll taxes, did you know the IRS can shut you down and come after you personally? Rush Tax helps business owners stay in business. They've even been able to stop levies and garnishments the same day. Call 800-485-3021 now, and Rush Tax will tell you upfront and for free if they can help. And they only take cases they know they can help. 800-485-3021. 800-485-3021.
For qualifications and details. So lease an F-150 Hybrid Super Crew 4x4 for $429 a month for 36 months during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
It's our 26-year anniversary sale here at Amish Direct Furniture.
That's right, we're putting our largest sale of the year ever. Save 20% or more only for the month of August. We're here in Sterling Heights on the corner of Hall Road and M53. And on every Saturday in August, come by and meet our Amish builders. Visit us at AmishDirect.com.
Football is finally back. Score all the deals at Buffalo Wild Wings this season before, during, or after the games. Get into your closest B-dubs for happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, or late night happy hour 9 p.m. to close, 7 days a week. Sign up for our Blazin' Rewards loyalty program and receive exclusive offers just for being a member. Visit BuffaloWildWings.com to find your nearest location.
Whether you're getting ready for the last barbecue of the summer, the first tailgate, or planning for the colder weather, Blue Flame Propane provides fast, reliable, and safe delivery of clean, cost-efficient propane. Always backed by a price match
football game, but the most important thing is how you communicate, not only, like I say, with the coaches, but the guys that are going to be on the field. So it'll be a nice test for these coaches, these DC, the OC. It'll be a nice opportunity for them to get game situations and see how they handle, how they call plays, just different things that they do.
What's the biggest challenge for Shepard and Morton? To me, it's a question we can't answer yet, and Coach talked about this earlier this week. It's, what do you do on 3rd and 7? What do you do on 3rd and 2? What do you do in critical moments? That's where coordinators define themselves.
Yeah, you have to, and a lot of it, like you said, not going to see it really for the next month, is how do you make in-game adjustments, right? How do you come to the sideline and, hey, they're giving us a defense that we weren't prepared for. Hey, they're doing this on 3rd down, right? Let's come to the sideline. Let's make those adjustments. You're not going to necessarily see that in preseason. It's more about being a teacher when it comes to fundamentals, alignment, right, assignment, because these guys don't spend 5 days game planning for the Chargers. Right. You know what I mean? It's more about yourself. Hey, let's run our plays. Let's put our guys in positions to get one-on-one so we can evaluate the talent and the competitiveness. But I think once we get to the regular season, it'll be, okay, hey, let's go into halftime. Right. We only got 12 minutes. How can we make the adjustments to go out in the second half and find a way to improve?
And to me, it's also, it's those coordinators that know how to use a play in the first quarter to set up that play at a critical time in the fourth quarter.
I thought that was the best thing about Ben Johnson, the time and when he called things. And I think a lot of that is when you call the right time, when you call the right offensive play, or the right time when you call the right blitz. So timing is just as important. And like you say, setting up the plays, setting up the offense, the run maybe a count off of, setting up the defense to where you can disguise something and send pressure. So all that's important to these coordinators and to these players.
Injury report brought to you by Synergy Health Partners, smarter ortho and spine care, no runaround. Look, here's what we'll say about the injury report. We hope it's a lot shorter this year than it was last year. But here's the really good thing, TJ. 97 looks like a beast in camp. Aiden Hutchinson looks like he's being fired out of a cannon.
He does. Everybody you talk to, just putting eyes on him. They said, man, he looks even better than he did when before he got injured last year, which is hard to fathom because he was playing at an extremely high level before that injury last year. But that's going to be huge, right? Once you get to game time, and not going to be a guy we're going to see in the preseason probably, but once you get into those game time, okay, I feel good in practice, right? I check the box, right? I feel good the next day recovering. Okay, I check the box. The next step he's going to have to take, do it for 60, 70 plays on game day consistently, and then you can really start to build that confidence that, you know what, I'm back. Because anytime you come off of a major injury, there's always that concern of, okay, am I still 100%? Okay, is it still feeling really good? Once you get out there in game-like atmosphere with that adrenaline and you take the first play, the first rep, and you hit the guy across from you, you're like, okay, I'm good. I'm back. Now I can let it loose. I can't wait to watch him take the field here in a couple weeks.
Starting lineups are presented by Austin Benefits Group. Do you have a benefits broker that plays to win? Well, you could. Visit austinbenefitsgroup.com. Look, starting lineups are kind of fluid in the preseason. So let me just ask you this, Lo. Is there a position group you're looking forward to seeing tonight?
So for me, I think it's our interior defensive lineman. I really want to see DJ Reader, even though he's not going to play, but I'm just saying in the whole scheme of things, we're going to have to play good in that position, Dan. I mean, again, we're going to have a rookie in now, we think. Aleem McNeil, we won't see him to halfway in the season. So that group, I think, is going to be just as important as the edge rushers coming off.
And tonight, that's going to be guys like Keith Cooper. That's going to be guys like Chris Smith, Broderick Martin, trying to prove that they deserve a spot with this team. You enjoying your dinner up there?
No, it's just a piece of gum, man. Leave me alone. I haven't even gotten to my snacks yet. But you're right, that defensive line, Lomas, I'm with you. In the edge, how many times did we hear this entire offseason, now you got to address the edge. Yes. You got to get somebody outside of Aiden, right? Some of these young guys had really nice preseasons last year. Mitchell Agude had a really good preseason. Nate Lynn was having a really good preseason before he went down. Al-Qadim Muhammad did some nice things when he got called up late in the season, but there's still competitiveness there at that third defensive end, fourth defensive end. We know you got to have 7 or 8 guys on that D-line, right, Lo? So you watch the interior guys. I'm going to see which exterior guys, which edge players can set the edge and can find a way to get to the quarterback.
Let me throw Ahmed Hassanin in there.
Yes.
Fans, I know, are excited to see what he can do tonight. He's been kind of a player in the spotlight since he was drafted by the Lions out of Boise State. Hasn't played football for long, but the Lions believe there's a lot of potential there for that young man to really find himself as he gets ready to play in the National Football League. He'll get a chance to do that tonight against the Chargers. It's the Hall of Fame game. Lions getting ready to go. Glad you're with us. Kickoff is coming up shortly on the Detroit Lions.
I think it was, I don't know if it was Adam Fuller or Clinkscale that was running the drill, 2 defensive back coaches, but they had the ball Velcroed on the inside of the donut, and the player had to come and punch through it and fall onto the mat, and there you go. Practice pays off. Looks like the headphones are already coming off for Bill. Get an announcement here.
After review of the ruling on the field stands. Los Angeles ball, first down.
Yeah, it was kind of covered up on the replay. There was definitely no evidence that it was a knee on the ground.
So Pipkins and Stewart, the rookie, are your tackles. Jamari Sawyer's your right guard. Zion Johnson, your center. And at left guard, it's Carson Barnhart. Lance under center. Amarian Hampton, the first-round pick in the backfield. First play action, rolling to his right, setting his feet, throwing out into the flat. And there's Will Dissly, just about 10 yards, maybe a quarter of a yard short of the first down, pushed out of bounds right sideline. It'll be second and less than a yard. So easy completion for Trey Lance to get him started.
Using his athleticism, too, getting him on the move, and that's where he is at his best. You'll see, I would imagine, some design quarterback run game with Trey Lance today, and here the first one, just get him out of the pocket and give him a nice little pass in the flat to get going.
Oh, shoot, don't we know it from last year. Ran 11 times for 90 yards in that preseason game as a Cowboy. Matlock in motion. And here we go. Here's Hampton's first carry. He gets the first down, but a flag at the line of scrimmage right when the ball was snapped.
They're offsides.
Offside, so give Amarian his first carry.
Defense number 53. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
That's Trevor Nowaski out of Saginaw Valley State in his 3rd season with the offside call. So they'll take the extra couple yards, take the carry off the board for Hampton.
I mean, let's just start off the season with a turnover on special teams and go ahead and punch in a score here. It's a good omen for the beginning of the 25 season.
Well, we got all rookies on the huddle break here. On the right, Trey Harris, Aronde Gadsden. On the left, outside the numbers, one-on-one, it's Keandre Lambert-Smith, Darius Davis in the slot. Hampton in the backfield in the left pocket of Lance from the right hash. Zion at center. And it's a handoff to Hampton, and he finds a crease, breaks a tackle. Oh, Amarian Hampton all the way down to the 5-yard line for a gain of 8. How about that, DJ? Little jump cut to get us started.
And then once he gets the foot down, it is explosive. For a big back, a big, powerful back, he gets up the top speed in a hurry.
All right, let's get the big guys out here. How about this? Dissly, Fisk, and Matlock, all over 260 pounds. And that's what we've seen. We've seen Fisk an awful lot with Matlock in training camp in these run packages. It's Matlock ahead of Amarian. And there's a fumble. Lance has it, dives on it. He'll lose maybe a quarter of a yard, so it'll be a 3rd down and about a yard.
He did a good job after scooping that up of just trying to get forward to get as close back to the line of scrimmage as possible as they have a big 3rd down coming up.
See if we can get a replay here. Because Zion has had some issues snapping the ball in training camp. It looks like that was...
Can't get a real good view of it there.
So here we go from the shotgun now on a 3rd and 1. Hampton.
I like Trey Harris one-on-one down here at the bottom.
Outside the numbers to the right. And there's the handoff to Hampton, and he's got a crease. Pushing it outside left, stiff arm. He's not going to get it.
He's got to get upfield.
Yeah, he never got upfield. He was trying to beat Rock Yassin to the corner, and he couldn't, so now a 4th and 1. Oh, it looked like he had a lane for a minute.
Yeah, he just needs to get north and south. Tried to stretch it a little too much. Put his shoulder down. He'd be able to run through Rock Yassin for the first down.
So now we got a 4th and about a yard plus. They'll go for it.
I thought Trey could have pulled that one as well.
He's under center. You got that 3 tight end set on the right side. And here's Lance. Throwing to the end zone. Caught Disley. Touchdown, Chargers. First of the 2025 campaign. You talked about his athleticism, DJ, and there it was for Trey Lance on the bootleg and just kind of dumped it off to Disley, who was wide open in the right corner of the end zone.
Yeah, that's the athleticism showing off there of Trey Lance. And a nice ball. I mean, he feathered that beautifully, showing some touch. And that's one of the things with Trey is, okay, he can drive the football. How is he going to be in the touch department? Something he's continued to work on during his young NFL career, and that was a nice little teardrop touchdown.
Sure was. And now Dicker on for the extra point. And that kick is good. So on the turnover from the kickoff, Jim Harbaugh and his Bolts cash it in. Ryan Ficken's special teams unit create the opportunity. Greg Roman's offense punches it in, a 5-yard toss for Lance to Disley.
21-0. 21-0.
There we go. And it is Chargers 7, Lions 0 on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Hey, Chargers fans, a winning football team runs like a well-oiled machine. Every player doing their job, every part working together in peak condition. Your vehicle's no different. Hi, this is Tim Cates for Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where your car or truck gets the championship treatment with a 15-minute drive-through oil change. No appointment needed. Locations all over Southern California. Find yours at SoCalOilChange.com. Want your ride to perform like a winning team? Touchdown, Chargers! Make it a Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Avner Gatt, that's the guy you have to call if you're ever in a disaster type of situation. You know recovery's hard enough. Fighting your home insurance company should not be part of it. For over 20 years, Avner Gatt has helped Southern California homeowners navigate complex claims. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. You'll speak directly to Avner Gatt or a member of his family. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game. Visit avnergatt.com today.
If you owe the IRS or state, if you've received a levy or garnishment notice, the worst thing you can do is ignore it. The problem isn't going away, and the longer you put it off, the more penalties and interest keep piling up. So what should you do? Call a company that can help. The experts at Rush Tax Resolution know how to fight the IRS and win. Rush Tax is A+ rated with the BBB, and they've helped thousands of people put an end to their tax problems for good. And if you're a business owner and owe payroll taxes, did you know the IRS can shut you down and come after you personally? Rush Tax helps business owners stay in business. They've even been able to stop levies and garnishments the same day. Call 800-485-3021 now, and Rush Tax will tell you upfront and for free if they can help. And they only take cases they know they can help. 800-485-3021. 800-485-3021. 800-485-3021. Or rushtaxresolution.com.
Los Angeles.
LA.
There goes Herbert to the end zone.
This is your home of the Bolts.
20-yard run for Justin Herbert.
On the LA Chargers Audio Network.
Time for our UCLA Health Drive Summary, presented by UCLA Health, keeping you on top of your game. 5 plays, 28 yards, 2 minutes, 40 seconds. 5-yard toss, Trey Lance to Will Disley. Cam Dicker kicks it off again, left to right. Fielded a yard deep in the end zone, and again, Stewart going to bring it out. 10, 15, at the 20, 25, 30. Cut down short of the 35-yard line at the 34. So Lions will move right to left again, and we'll go back downstairs to Shannon Farron.
One of the guys to keep an eye out for tonight is cornerback Nico Reed. He's a common denominator when you ask the coaches who they're excited about. Undrafted free agent. Jesse Minter loves him. He says he's consistent, he's competitive, and he loves where his head's at. He says you make a play every day at camp, and we get to see who you are. He's not out there right now, but look for him tonight, guys.
Yeah, he's been great, Shannon. You could argue, has been the most consistent corner in training camp so far. Has really flashed out there. We got Craig Reynolds in the backfield. Takes the handoff from Kyle Allen. Oh, bursting through the line. Could not make the tackle, but set up the tackle for loss by Dean Leonard. And that was Naquan Jones that burst through, and he is there's a flag on the field.
Yeah, he got held.
10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So they'll take the 10 yards.
Yeah, a little
first and 20.
Quick penetration money. I mean, that's a big man to try and navigate around when he's in the backfield.
Well, if you wanted to pick one group, if you had to pick one group that has dominated through training camp thus far these 2 weeks, DJ, it's been the interior defensive linemen. They have been a load.
And there's a bunch of them.
Yes, and they've just been rotating through. So out there it's Tito.
Hand is out there.
Yeah, Hand and Jones. So Hand and Tito on the interior. Here's Kyle Allen. Handoff again for Reynolds, and he is dropped in the backfield by Tito at the 21-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 1. Able to push forward. It'll be a 2nd and 19.
I mean, he just jacked the guard back like 4 yards.
And obviously it's not, the Lions have one of the best lines in football with Sewell and Decker as your tackles. Glasgow, they drafted the rookie Ratledge to be their starting center, but these are the second. This has been the second team.
NFL players out there.
It's been Tart and Hand that have been your starters. You got Morris Brash on one end on a 2nd and 19 in the shotgun. Kyle Allen. They rush 4. Allen sets up, throws deep, and popped out. Is that a fumble? No, they're going to say incomplete. Dean Leonard actually make that. Tony Jefferson jumped on top of it. As Nico Reed that popped it out. Man of the hour, Shannon brought him up, and that's what we've seen.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play. You can see him as that ball's coming in. It kind of pops up in the air, and he's able to
pop it out.
Just drill the receiver and get that ball out of there. That was a nice play. And we got 3rd and forever.
3rd and 18 from the right hash, moving right to left. We got the rookie Mickens and the vets. Jefferson is your safeties, and it's a draw play to Reynolds. And there to drop him is Troy Dye.
Great play by Troy. I mean, gosh, got him. I mean, they're giving you that with the coverage look they're giving you, and they only got 4 yards. I mean, he chased that thing down from the backside. It was a gaping hole that he closed in a hurry.
Yeah, it's been some competition at linebacker, too. We saw Troy Dye coming on as that 3rd linebacker, not Junior Colson.
Is that Bridges back there? Who is that?
That is Triquez Bridges. It's going to be returning this punt.
These uniforms are awesome.
They really are.
And by the way, this feels like a September, October-ish weather day. It's
when you
fantastic.
get the 90 degrees and humid.
It is
End
great.
of July, Ohio is perfect with this cloud cover. Jack Fox to punt it away right to left. The rookie out of Florida, Bridges, their 7th rounder, will return the punt. Darius Davis is dressed, but give Bridges, this is returnable. Fielded at the 25. And makes the first man miss. But the Lions covered up pretty good. He dives forward for a couple yards out to the, looks like, 28-yard line. So 3-yard return on a 45-yard punt. You win with Wilshire Law Firm, official personal injury attorneys of the Chargers. Find them at wilshirelaw.com/Chargers and pay nothing until you win. Well, Trey Lance already with 1 touchdown on the evening. Last year's preseason for the Cowboys completed 65% of his passes, 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. We remember him well. They were all in that game against the Chargers. It's a wild game.
He threw it for a bunch of yards in that game. It was up and down the field, minus the turnovers. I think we might have seen the last of Hampton in this ball game.
And we got Jarrett Patterson out there now in the backfield. Matlock in motion, right to left. Lambert, Smith, and Harris, the 2 rookies here, wideouts. There's play action. Lance looking to the right, going to dump out into the flat. There's Patterson, and he can scoot. 30, lowers his shoulder, pushes the pile to the 34-yard line for a gain of 6. Good starter. Nowoski with the tackle for the Lions.
He looked down the field. It was Gadsden who was trying to eye on a corner route and ended up just checking that ball down. Good decision by Trey Lance.
It's an important preseason for Lance. Of course, the number 3 overall pick. They gave up 3 first-rounders, they being the 49ers, to jump up to get him, and it just never worked out. Had that broken ankle in his second start, his second season. And a handoff to nobody, and a broken play. Lance, though, sets his feet and just dirts it at the feet of Gadsden. Smart play, as Gadsden was covered. So it'll be a 3rd and 4.
Just avoid the sack. You're in a favorable down and distance. There's nothing there. It's a smart play. Talking to Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator for the Chargers, he mentioned he wanted to take some deep shots early in this game. And I think these last 2 play calls, it was trying to get the ball down the field, just nothing there.
You got the offensive line, as we mentioned. Pipkins and the rookie Stewart, the undrafted free agent out of Purdue, are your tackles. Sawyer and Barnhart, your guards. Zion, your center. It's the shotgun snap from Zion, playing center. Something to keep an eye on. They pick up the blitz. They take the shot. Here's Lambert Smith. Oh, tracks it perfectly. Catches out of bounds into Lions territory. All the way down to the 38-yard line. That is a 28-yard completion for Lance to Lambert Smith.
And that was Ennis Rakestraw in press coverage, who really tried to jack him up at the line of scrimmage, and he got away clean.
And look at this. They're running with some tempo. Right back on it. Lambert Smith in motion. And there's the handoff to Patterson. Able to dive forward to the 35-yard line for a gain of 3.
I had my eyes on him, on Lambert Smith, on that play, Money, because that was a little bit of the question on him, was how is he going to deal with press coverage? There were some times he struggled with that a little bit at Auburn. So you get Rakestraw, fellow SEC corner, right up nose to nose, and he got right through press clean, and he hit a big play. It was good to see.
He holds the Rose Bowl record. 88-yard reception. You remember it. You were at the game, I think, DJ. Penn State 35, Utah 21.
We had movement on the right side, but
hand off to Vidal. Vidal looking for a hole. Couldn't really find one. Picks up 1. So it'll be a 3rd and 5.
That was a Kansas City Chiefs-esque start by the right side of our line on that one right there.
A little bit early movement.
A little early.
Got Corey Stewart trying to do the Jawan Taylor.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about Jamari Sawyer. Great article that Daniel Popper wrote in The Athletic. Had a one-on-one with Jamari about watching that film from the Houston game and asking the coaches what he had to do and doing all of it. Lost 25 pounds this offseason. Said he needed to be more athletic. Was getting too fatigued. Here's the snap. Lance looking to throw, and now he's looking to run. And evades. Still looking downfield. Right sideline. Nowhere to go. He just throws it away and could have the first Cam Dicker attempt here. Going to be about a 50-yard, about 45-yarder, I think, is what we might be looking. No, probably about a 50-yarder.
Like to see Trey on that one just go. Just take off and go.
Yeah.
I mean, he thought about it and then started to go, then got back, standing up in the pocket. I thought if you'd initially had that little crease, just see it, just go. Trust your legs. You're a big athletic guy.
He's trying to run. The right sideline got in his way. So it's going to be a 52-yarder, center of the field, and it's windy. So let's see what Cam Dicker can do with this one. And it's got the distance, and it hits the upright, no good. About halfway up that upright, it had plenty of distance. But that wind is swirling out there, so no points. But a beautiful completion from Trey Lance to Keandre Lambert-Smith. So Lions take over with good field position from their own 42. When we return, Chargers 7, Lions 0 on the LA Chargers Football Network.
This summer at the Peterson Automotive Museum, relive the coolest cars of the 80s and 90s. See movie legends, race like a pro in our simulators, and dive into arcade nostalgia. Over 400 rare and iconic vehicles, all in one place. Tickets at peterson.org. That's petersen.org.
If you owe the IRS or state, if you've received a levy or garnishment notice, the worst thing you can do is ignore it. The problem isn't going away, and the longer you put it off, the more penalties and interest keep piling up. So what should you do? Call a company that can help. The experts at Rush Tax Resolution know how to fight the IRS and win. Rush Tax is A+ rated with the BBB, and they've helped thousands of people put an end to their tax problems for good. And if you're a business owner and owe payroll taxes, did you know the IRS can shut you down and come after you personally? Rush Tax helps business owners stay in business. They've even been able to stop levies and garnishments the same day. Call 800-485-3021 now, and Rush Tax will tell you upfront and for free if they can help. And they only take cases they know they can help. 800-485-3021. 800-485-3021. 800-485-3021. Or rushtaxresolution.com.
The 2025 Ford F-150. California's best-selling truck brand.
Now is the time to get into that Ford you've been eyeing with Ford's summer sales event. Go see your local Southern California Ford dealers and get the hottest deals with zero payments for up to 90 days on select Ford vehicles.
From the F-150 or F-150 electric to the Mustang Mach-E, whatever model you've been looking at is ready for you.
Plus, get a complimentary maintenance plan for 24 months. Go to buyfordnow.com for details.
Santa Monica College, the #1 college in transfers for 34 years in a row. Looking for a great job or boost to a top 4-year university? SMC is the perfect place to get you there. Enroll for their fall semester at smc.edu. That's smc.edu.
What you doing this? That's what tonight's about. Back to more LA Chargers football. Run! On the LA Chargers Audio Network.
Got ourselves a packed house here. Tom Benson Stadium. Good to have our crew back. Ben on stats. Craig on our spotter. Capacity's 23,000, and I think they pretty much got it, DJ.
Yeah, it is packed.
Lions break and huddle. After the missed Cam Dicker field goal, it's 7-0. Chargers ahead on the Trey Lance to Will Dissly touchdown toss. Kyle Allen in at quarterback. Hands off to Reynolds, and there's penetration again. And we got a flag at the line of scrimmage. Ja Taylor going to drag Reynolds down at the 40, maybe 39-yard line. That'd be a loss of 3.
I think we get offsides here.
We're going to get offsides, exactly, DJ.
Offside. Defense number 91. Lined up in a neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
That's the free agent out of Miami, Deshaun Hand. They had all the beef out there. Hand, Jones, and Abonia.
The body types are a little different here. I mean, they have gotten much bigger. And
Most definitely.
The depth. I mean, just they're rolling them through.
Yeah, you got those 3, and then your edges were the rookies, Kennard and Guidry. So a 1st and 5 instead of a 2nd and 13. They break huddle. And there's the rookie. A lot of excitement around the Arkansas product, Isaac Tesla. They go empty. Here's Allen into the flat for Reynolds. And Chargers miss on the diagnosis, and he's able to get into plus territory to the 43-yard line for a gain of 10 and a first down. Kyle Kennard comes from behind to make the tackle.
Jasir Taylor did a good job of kind of pressing back the receiver to force that back inside, but the pursuit wasn't quite there.
Talk about the interior tackles. Abonia and Hand are off. Here comes the rookie, Jamari Caldwell, their 3rd-round pick out of Oregon in to join Jones. Matlock out there as well. Offset eye for the Lions, moving right to left. Hand off to Reynolds, and he's got a lane, but it is filled quickly by the vet, Tony Jefferson. It'll be a gain of 2, a 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line of the Bolts.
I know Tony's a vet, and he's been around forever, but golly, in the preseason, it's like the Super Bowl for him, man. Right. We saw it last year.
Yeah. Made the team on that Dallas preseason game. He said he really believed that. If he didn't have that game, he might not have made it.
He does not ease into the line of scrimmage.
Chargers 7, Lions 0, 2nd and 8 from the Bolts 42. 2 tight ends to the left. Allen play action. Here comes pressure. Allen looking for room and has to just throw it at the feet of Reynolds as Jones was able to push that pocket, and we got a flag that came in late.
Boy, Naquan Jones covering the back is a sight to behold.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 8.
I don't think he saw the back. There was a back
right
there.
Back.
There was a back right there.
I mean, he literally threw it at Reynolds' feet.
I'm surprised that this big eye in the sky doesn't come and correct
I think that's
this.
what they're going to do. They're going to fix it right now. I mean, literally threw it at the feet of Reynolds.
There's no foul for intentional grounding.
There you go.
There was an eligible receiver in the area. 3rd down.
That's because Naquan Jones had swallowed him. You don't think you could see him.
It's about 3 of Craig Reynolds. Reynolds 5'11", 216. Naquan 6'3", 313.
I'll take the over on that, 313.
Let's make that 330. So we'll go back to a 3rd and 9 instead of the intentional grounding. Break huddle.
Well, I have watched a lot of Nico Reed so far early in this game, and he looks very comfortable out there at corner.
Bunch formation to the right for the Lions. Leonard comes up to press Tesla. Got movement early, but no flag. And they're bringing a blitz. Allen out to the right, picked off, left sideline, off to the races. 40, 30, on cue, Nico Reed, all the way down to the 5-yard line, nearly a pick 6, man. We have been talking about him. It is the Nico Reed coming out party. Rookie out of Oregon, undrafted free agent, 59-yard return, DJ.
He's an off coverage, and it's just a trap. It's a rookie setting a trap for a veteran corner. He reads the mail. He drives on it. It's an out that's a little bit inside and makes a play, and darn near has a pick six.
He had a pick six on Herbert in training camp, and he had a huge pass breakup. I think it was another Herbert throw to Jaquez Jackson. I mean, he has been flashing this whole camp. And there it is again. Second turnover of the game. The last time they got it on the opening kickoff, they cashed it in for 7. Let's see if they can do it again. Trey Lance in the back is still your quarterback. He's going to be the first half quarterback, and they said maybe a series in the second half. Kamani Vidal to his right. Lambert Smith and Davis to the right. Trey Harris one-on-one to the left.
Yeah, Trey Harris one-on-one on an island up at the top.
Outside the numbers left. Here we go. And it's a handoff to Vidal. He's got a lane, trying to make the pylon, and he laid some lumber. Gets down to the 2, just inside the 2. It's a gain of 5. And he took out Rock Yassin.
That was what we wanted Hampton to do when he had this opportunity to turn it up and go attack Rock Yassin. That time he did it. Holy cow.
And he still had, here we go, right on top of it. Lance in the shotgun, Vidal to his left, Keandre Lambert-Smith. There's a handoff to Vidal, lowers the shoulder, second effort, and he's in! Touchdown, Chargers. Kamani Vidal, a 2-yard dive. That looked like it was the B gap, DJ, between the tackle and the guard.
He got stoned right at the 1 and then just didn't go down. It was a long pause before he was able to kind of then gather himself and lunge back into the end zone.
Now, we talked about this running back competition.
That was great effort.
And that was outside the tackle.
I mean, it was a full second where he was hit before he was able to just kind of regather himself and lunge in the end zone.
So here we go, up 13-0. Cam Dicker trying to make it 14. All points off turnovers. That was a beautiful interception by Reed. And Nico, the second largest guarantee for an undrafted free agent, $40,000.
It's already showing that's a pretty good investment.
Yeah. And the extra point is good. So 14-0 Chargers, 5:13 left in the first. Hall of Fame game here at Tom Benson Stadium, Canton, Ohio. Shannon Farron, Daniel Jeremiah on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the GPS directions first before driving to the mall.
Turn right at the light. In 1,000 miles, you will reach Montreal.
Not Montreal, the mall.
Recalculating. 6,000 miles to Nepal.
No, the mall.
Checking first is smart.
Recalculating.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Big announcement to make. I'm so pumped. I just got into the brand new fully electric Hyundai Ioniq 5. This got to be one of the coolest SUVs I've seen in my life and one of the most teched out electric vehicles ever, which is what I'm all about. Premium features like Hyundai's digital key, Bose premium audio, and of course, ultra fast charging capability. Let's go. And it looks so slick. You have no idea. Learn more about the Ioniq 5 at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Avner Gatt, that's the guy you have to call if you're ever in a disaster type of situation. You know recovery's hard enough. Fighting your home insurance company should not be part of it. For over 20 years, Avner Gatt has helped Southern California homeowners navigate complex claims. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. You'll speak directly to Avner Gatt or a member of his family. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game. Visit avnergatt.com today.
Want to go to college this fall? Don't let money hold you back. To be eligible for a Cal Grant and to get the most financial aid available, fill out your FAFSA or CATA by September 2nd. If you already submitted your FAFSA but only listed four-year colleges, that's okay. Just update your application to include the community college of your choice. Keep your college dreams alive and enroll now at iCanGoToCollege.com.
1, 2, 3. You're listening to LA Chargers football.
They started something special right here, man. Let's go.
All season long. Right here on the home of the LA Chargers Audio Network.
14-0. Chargers ahead of the Lions. Charger fans both top catch all the action this season live and in person with Vivid Seats, proud partner of the Los Angeles Chargers and the only ticket company that rewards you for buying. Download the app today. here's the Dicker kick. Fielded in the end zone and brought out to the 10 between the numbers. 20 trying to break it wide of the numbers. Now 25 and upended.
Guess who?
By Nico Reed. Shy of the 25-yard line at the 23, a 24-yard return. Shannon, what do you got down there?
Wide receiver coach Sanjay Leal has been spending a lot of time down here with Keandre Lambert-Smith. He has gotten rave reviews at camp, and whenever Sanjay spends some time with you, you know that it is worth his time. Cam Chancellor is Keandre's uncle. He's very big into video games. You know, he loves pickleball and ping pong, but tonight he is locked in, spending some extra time down here on the sidelines with some extra work with his coach, guys.
Yeah, heck of a wide receivers coach. His whole coaching staff for the Chargers. Kyle Allen throws to a wide-open Tesla, who is knocked out of bounds left sideline, but not before a big gainer all the way out to the 47-yard line, 24 yards for the rookie out of Arkansas.
Oh, but Junior Colson got really sucked in by the play action there. They pull the ball out and get a crosser coming across the field with Jasir Taylor and Chase.
Yeah, it looked like Dean Leonard finally forced him out. How about the preseason Dean Leonard had last year? Unfortunately got nicked up at the end of that preseason. You kind of forget about those guys in their fourth years. Ja Taylor, Dean Leonard, each have played. Kyle Allen, play action again. Now looking to his right, rolling to his right, covered up, and again, it's Tesla as he goes right sideline now all the way down to the Charger 30-yard line for a gain of 17. So back-to-back for the rookie.
Back-to-back play actions where you get these crossers, and the Chargers are in chase. I believe that was Dean Leonard who was in coverage. That's hard when you got to go all the way across the field.
Break huddle. Tesla goes outside the numbers right. Opposite him is Ja Taylor. Dean Leonard. Opposite Tom Kennedy. And here's a handoff to Reynolds, and he falls, and he is dropped in the backfield. I think Murphy got a hand on him. They're going to say no, that he ends up picking up 2 instead of a loss of 2. Murphy's saying I touched him when he was on the ground. I think they're going to bring it back here. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So it'll be a loss of 2. Murphy flashed from that left edge spot.
A lot of penetration. We've seen it inside and outside.
So a 2nd and 12. A break huddle. Reynolds in the backfield. Kennedy and Zylstra to the right. Tesla to the left. Allen in the shotgun. Chargers rush 4, and it's a quick toss, and it's Lovett, and there he goes with his Jets. He can really turn it on. Just shy of the first down marker by about 3 yards, so a gain of 9. Dean Leonard with the tackle.
So my 3 notes on Lovett from the draft: small, explosive, body catcher, and then pretty much all 3 of them right there.
Right? I would have done small, explosive, small. He is not a big person.
But if he's able to corral the football, you saw a glimpse of the speed there.
I mean, you just see him break huddle with Tesla, and it's hilarious to see the 2 of them running. They do come in different shapes and sizes at wide receiver. Chargers rush 4 again. Here's Allen taking a shot to the end zone, and intercepted. Did he hang on to it? I believe he did. Yes, intercepted Tony Jefferson.
He tricked him, Money.
Uncle Tony. What did he do, DJ? What did he do?
He rolled to the middle. Kyle Allen saw that, thought he had the shot, but as soon as he rolled to the middle, almost like old school Ed Reed, he immediately pivots back around and sprints to the pylon, knowing he was going to take that bait. That's 2 interceptions, 2 on traps. Very impressive instincts in the Chargers secondary.
Well, and again, you got 2 coaches, right? You got your corners coach, defensive backs coach Steve Klingscale, who's fantastic, and Adam Fuller. Really the only change in the coaching staff, Chris O'Leary. Look at that. What a great play and what a great corral by Jefferson to secure that thing. This coaching staff is sensational. You go to training camp and you watch Coach Klink work with these guys. Coach Fuller, just the attention to detail is impressive. Now, obviously, Tony Jefferson's been coached quite a bit. He's the oldest guy out there.
They gave him a hard time at the Hall of Fame today.
Yes, they did. Yeah, we walked right in. I believe they said, look at that uniform, Tony. That's what you wore in high school, right?
The leather helmets.
The leather helmets from 1920. So Trey Lance going to play this whole first half. He's got a touchdown toss already. Here's some play action. Nice blitz pickup, too. Trey and that's just a mistake.
That's Stewart.
Hassan Haskins did a great job of picking up Stewart's blitz, and Trey paused, and that allowed Stewart to get back up and drop him for a loss of 5.
He got outside, and Stewart, we've seen him return 2 kickoffs, so this is someone that you're not going to outrun.
I mean, he did a full
He got
flip.
flipped and got up and made the play. That was a heck of a play by Stewart. I'll give him credit on that one.
It was full flip. He just somersaulted right into his momentum.
He's a Tasmanian devil out there. Long hair don't care, too. That is flowing.
2nd and 15. Haskins stays in the backfield. Lance takes the snap. They rush 4. Lance, middle of the field, caught. And there's Gadsden with his first catch out to the 21-yard line for a gain of 6. It'll bring up a 3rd and 9.
I'd like to see on one of these. I know it's a little longer yardage here with 3rd and 9, but if Trey, just go 1 to 2. If your first 2 reads aren't there, just run, man. You are a big, athletic, fast dude.
Yeah, we have not seen that yet. Again, he rushed for 90 yards against the Chargers last year. Trips right. Keandre Lambert-Smith to the left. Already has 1 explosive completion of 28 yards to KLS.
Here comes the linebacker.
Lance looking right, throwing right. Little high for Davis, and he doesn't have time to get his feet and turn it upfield. So that'll come J.K. Scott to punt this thing away. Gain of 5. They needed 9.
I think some of that is Trey is, known for his athleticism, and he's trying to show he can be that pocket passer and win with his arm. But, man, that's your skill set.
Right.
Use it. Embrace it.
Well, and you got an offensive coordinator that loves it. That's why you're here. I mean, you look at Greg Roman backup quarterbacks throughout the course of his career, and they're all that dual threat. Think about Kaepernick and Tyler Huntley. And here's JK's first punt. And, well, hang time's still there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just received. I love it. At the 21. And, again, he's got Jets. Love it. Bounces it outside. Tripped up, though, at the 41. Vidal gets him by the feet. A little shoestring tackle there.
There was a hold they got away with on that one. But
53-yard punt, 20-yard return. Chargers up 14-0 here in the Hall of Fame game on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Scoring your favorite LA Chargers gear has never been easier with 2 locations to choose from. The Equipment Room at SoFi Stadium and the Chargers Team Store located right there at 2144 East El Segundo Boulevard in the Chargers Commons Shopping Center. Open Thursday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Chargers Team Store is stocked with the latest limited edition merch drops, jerseys, headwear, sideline gear, and much more. To learn more, visit chargers.com/shop. Again, that's chargers.com/shop.
California. It's time to reimagine not only what we recycle, but how we recycle it. Putting food scraps in your green bin and taking California Redemption Value beverage containers to a recycling site to get your cash back are just 2 of the small steps you can take today for a greener tomorrow. This is how we're reimagining recycling, California. And it all starts right here. To learn more, visit recyclingreimaginedca.com.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Eric Dickerson here for my favorite spot in the desert, Spotlight 29.
When you're in the Coachella Valley, nobody brings you fun and excitement like Spotlight 29 Casino. They've added hundreds of new slots and 5 treasures baccarat exclusive to Spotlight 29.
And the best lineup of entertainers anywhere.
Go to Spotlight29.com for details.
Plus, the gaming age is now 18.
So get to the Coachella Valley.
Great shows, bright lights, and big winnings. Spotlight 29.
Coachella's best bet. You're listening to LA Chargers football.
I mean, this has just been a buffet of quarterbacks.
Right here on the home of the LA Chargers Audio Network.
14-0 Chargers at the start of the second quarter. They got a forced fumble and recovery on the opening kickoff and 2 interceptions in this game to help to this 14-0 lead. Last year, they were 3rd in the NFL in turnover margin, so picking up where they left off here in this Hall of Fame game. Wonder if Tony Jefferson's night is done. As we got Kendall Williamson out there.
Well, we're at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. If there's a preseason Hall of Fame, Tony's going to have a bust in there, man.
He's in it. You got Mickens, the rookie 6th-round pick, out there as well, up high, too high for Jesse Minter's defense. Allen stays in with his 2 interceptions. Reynolds in the backfield. Now Williamson creeping up to the line of scrimmage, so single high. They hand off to Reynolds, and he found a crease, and there's Williamson bringing him down, but not before he picks up 10 yards for the first down into Charger territory, just past the 50.
That was a great cut. He felt that little crease backside and was able to get there. The Chargers linebacker, that second level of their linebackers, getting sucked in a little bit.
Shannon, what do you got?
You, how are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. Didn't even get a chance to say hi to you. Walked over right away. Appreciate it. Do you like watching the Lions, considering you scored your first touchdown against the Lions?
I mean, I ain't got no bad blood, with anybody, but that was my first touchdown, like you said. So it's always, good to, I guess, come back and play them again and watch my homeboys do the same thing.
You always have a good vibe. You're extra smiley tonight. Are you excited for this season?
Oh yeah, 100%. Just being back on the football field, even though I'm not playing tonight. Just being a part of, just the sideline, being a part of, getting my brothers and stuff hyped, to play their first games, and some of them, continuing just to live out, their dreams. But at the end of the day, football is back, and I'm excited.
Anything special, anything different you worked in the off season?
Nothing special. Just putting one foot in front of the other. Keep grinding and just keep moving forward with everything.
How does that wide receiver room feel?
Feels good. A lot of energy. A lot of energy. A lot of speed. Just a lot of physicality. A lot of like-minded people that want to learn together. Keep moving forward and keep going upwards.
Good competition.
100%.
Thanks, Q.
I appreciate you,
guys.
Thank you, Shannon. Quentin, just as likable a guy on this team as anyone. Shannon said it perfectly. Always smiling. Always a good vibe. 3-yard gain there for the Lions into Charger territory to bring up a 2nd and 7. Q having a good camp, too. I know you pay attention to social media, DJ. You see a lot of people spreading the drops, but talking about a guy that had 5 touchdown receptions in 4 days at camp.
And 8 touchdowns last year. I mean, he's tracking towards being a double-digit touchdown producer.
And rolling to his right is Allen. And throws complete to Zylstra. Just shy of the first down. It'll be a 3rd and about 3/4 of a yard from the Charger 40.
I can tell you right now, Jesse Minter, the one thing they are going to look at off this tape so far, a little over a quarter in, is these edge rushers not getting sucked in on boots. That was Morris Brash on that one. That's about the 3rd time that's happened.
Morris Brash out there with Guidry as your edges.
Dean Leonard's on an island down here.
And you had Colson showing blitz there. So now Allen changing the play. Moving left to right, 14-0 Chargers. Got a whistle. Timeout called by Dan Campbell. Didn't like what he saw. It's been interesting with Junior, DJ. Going into the draft last year, just kind of give us your idea of what you thought when they selected him in that 3rd round based on what you saw. I mean, he was the captain of that Michigan team that won the national championship and won it with defense.
Yeah, one of the things, you obviously saw the size and the length, but it was the instincts that got you excited. I was, thinking this would be a pretty smooth transition. It's a scheme he's familiar with. He's a smart guy. He's been a leader, but just hasn't really got on track yet here in his NFL career. And even in this ballgame tonight, there's been a couple times he's been kind of sucked inside a little bit. And I just did not see that from him in college. He saw the field so clearly. Maybe it's just, hey, get more reps, get more experience, and you'll see that side of his game come together because the size, the length, the speed, all that's there.
When you're down there on the field, it's impressive to see. Chargers Impact Fund is a nonprofit charity committed to empowering youth, generating access, and creating opportunity. To learn how you can help make a difference, visit chargers.com/impact. I figure we're in a 4-down situation here on this 3rd and 1. Strength of the line is to the left. Motion man is Kennedy. And it's a handoff to Reynolds. And he's got the first down to the 37-yard line. Needed a yard. He picked up 5, about 4, we'll call it.
Just watching these D tackles run on the field, man. It's just it feels like there's no break in the size that they're transporting onto the field.
That's T.Y. Edwards, the rookie out of Illinois, and
Is that Caldwell out there now?
I believe Hinton just ran off. So Caldwell just came on. He's right there on the center, between the center and the right guard. There's a handoff to Reynolds, and he's got a big lane. Nico Reed misses, but Mickens saves the touchdown. It's a gain of 13 for Reynolds. Keep that clock moving.
Yeah, keep it going here. That was they've had some nice cutback runs here.
Reynolds in his 6th season out of Kutztown. Can you think of anybody else?
Kutztown, yeah. That was have I been there? Kentucky, right? Yep. Yeah, I believe. Where are we at there, Ben? Where is that?
Look, you're the guy that played at Appy State.
I've been
Pennsylvania.
There. Yeah, I've been there. I haven't played there, but I've been there.
Just, Handoff again. Trying to bounce it outside and going nowhere because Nico Reed was there to stop him. Gain of 1, and that was Jabari Small out of Tennessee.
Yeah, Junior's just got to do a better job getting off blocks. That time he got caught up, Junior Colston, that linebacker position. And this is a Lions team, and we talked about it, Money, even though this isn't their A guys here with this offensive line. It's a physical group.
Right. You know what they're going to do on the way up if you knock them down. Bite that kneecap off. Protect your knees. We got movement.
There's a free 5.
False start. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty till second down.
That's Jamarco Jones with the false start. I mean, you got Caldwell out there at 340 pounds. I think that's Naquan that's back out there again. Again, they have him listed at 313, and that's a no chance. Caleb Murphy, Morris Brash, your edges. About Nico Reed and press on Tesla. Handoff goes to Reynolds. No, check that in Small, and he took a shot from Bridges, which slowed him down so Colson and Morris Brash could clean it up. Gain of 3, so a 3rd and 11.
And we can see from our view here of the stadium, really the highway's right behind the stadium. You can see the cars rolling through. And Bridges, that was probably like a bug on a windshield that you've seen from some of these cars zipping by.
3rd and 11. Small still in the backfield with Allen. 5 on the line of scrimmage for the Chargers.
They got the middle of the field if they want it here. Safeties are very wide.
And they rush 5. Colson on the blitz, and there it is, DJ, middle of the field. But Lovett not able to get to the first down markers. See if they want to go for it on a 4th and 2. Not seeing any movement. You know, Dan Campbell likes to go for it. One of the critiques 2 years ago in that NFC Championship game, all those field goals he passed up to go for it on 4th down. It is his identity. So no surprise in the Hall of Fame game. He'll go for it on a 4th and 2.
Well, don't jump off sides is the first order of business here.
Small in the backfield with Allen in the shotgun. Bunch formation to the left. Tesla alone on the right. Nico Reed opposite him. There's the snap. Looking left. Still looking left. Kyle Allen now. Pump fakes. Rolling, and he's going to be able to break contain. And he's got the first down. Got outside of Morris Brash, who got sucked in. Beat him to the left sideline. And that'll be a first down. Let's quickly take 10 seconds for our stations to identify themselves on the LA Chargers Football Network.
This is LA Chargers football.
Touchdown, Chargers!
KLAC, KYSR, HD2 Los Angeles. KFI and KOST, HD2 Los Angeles, Orange County.
It's funny, you know that looked like, I know he's right-handed versus left-handed, but at number 8 looked like Mark Brunell when he tucked that ball and ran. And who's his quarterback coach?
Mark Brunell.
There you go.
Exactly. A lot of former players on that staff for Dan Campbell. I formation now. Small dot in the I. Takes the handoff. Working the left side of that line. Matlock there to drop him shy of the 10-yard line at the 12. It'll be a gain of 2. 8:40 left in the second quarter. Chargers up 14-0 here in the Hall of Fame game. They'll play 4 preseason games. Saints at home on the 10th. And then they get the Rams as an away game at SoFi. And the 49ers up at Levi's in Santa Clara. And back to the line of scrimmage in a hurry is Allen. Small in the backfield. It's a pitch to Small. Stretching it to the right.
That's kind of what you want to see out this offense. Again, pads low. Guys are coming off with a straight back, and they're keeping their feet moving. And that's what you want to see out your, especially your second-string offensive line and your young guys up front.
11th play of the drive coming up for the Lions. 2nd and 8 from the Charger 12. Toss to Small, right side, picks up a block, gets down to the 9-yard line. Taken down there, gain of 3 on the play. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 5. Junior Colson made the stop.
And Dominic Lovett, we know that new coordinator or not, fundamentals of this team, if you play wide receiver, you have to be able to block. That time, Dominic Lovett, 5'10", 180 pounds, coming out in motion, putting a crack block down on the outside linebacker, finding a way to battle. But like they all say, hey, we got to block if we want to see the rock. That is a staple of this offense.
Absolutely. 3rd and 5, Lions from the Charger 9. Allen out of the gun. Got it. Quick throw, left side. Caught by Lovett. Lovett fights down to the 5-yard line. Very close to a 1st down. Going to be just shy.
Again, a little quick screen action right there. And then we've seen them work on that, again, all week long. Getting a body on the body, a hat on the hat.
Lovett at the drop earlier, but he's had a couple of nice plays since then.
Yes.
That's a good catch in traffic right there. Came up just shy. It's going to be 4th and 1. Offense stays on the field. Let's see what John Morton dials up here. It's going to be Allen out of the gun, Reynolds to his right. 4th and 1 for the Lions from the 5 of the Chargers. Detroit down 14-0. There's Allen with it. Back to throw on 4th down. Does right side. It is caught for the 1st down at the 3-yard line. That's a terrific throw by Allen and a nice catch by Lovett. Needed 1, got 2. Good coverage that time by Taylor, the defensive back for the Chargers. But that's just a terrific throw and a great catch.
And a great job of getting that over the defensive line's hands, too. You could see a couple of those linemen jumping up. They know that ball's coming out quick. Nice to see Kyle Allen bounce back after the couple interceptions in the first quarter. Continue to trust your arm. Continue to make the right reads. You're going to start finding that right target eventually.
1st and goal for the Lions from the 3. Allen turns. 2nd back through is Reynolds. Tries the left side. Hit and taken down right at the line of scrimmage. May have lost a half-yard. Caleb Murphy. Nice defensive play for L.A. that time.
Yeah, that's his second big play, Caleb Murphy, of making. And again, a good guy. He's a guy that penetrates, and that penetration we know, especially against run plays, it has a way of disrupting the run play. So nice job of him, Caleb Murphy, coming in.
15th play of the drive coming up for the Lions. 2nd and goal from the 3. Allen takes, gives to Reynolds, tries that left side again. To the 2, to the 1, to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Good running by Craig Reynolds. Good blocking up front. And the Lions are on the board for the first time tonight.
Love the way he keep those pass down. I'm telling you, man, the level that he runs at, he is a tough guy to bring down, and especially when you get in the red zone. Nice job, Netflix.
If I'm Craig Reynolds, I'm coming to the sidelines and I'm saying, we good here?
Yeah, we good.
We good?
Yeah. You guys know what I can do.
I mean, this got a little more difficult for the coaching staff because Kyle Robichaux, who was working at running back, got hurt this week and can't play tonight. So I think Reynolds ends up with a much bigger workload than he would have. Extra point for Jake Bates is up and good. And the Lions have cut that Charger lead in half. It is now LA 14 and Detroit 7 after the Lions go 60 yards in 15 plays, 9:29 off the clock. How about that? 9:29.
Love it.
We'll step aside. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
It's our 26-year anniversary sale here at Amish Direct Furniture. That's right, we're putting our largest sale of the year ever. Save 20% or more only for the month of August. We're here in Sterling Heights on the corner of Hall Road and M53. And on every Saturday in August, come by and meet our Amish builders. Visit us at AmishDirect.com.
These uncertain times may have you saying not this year for a lot of things, but you can say yes this year to Wallside Windows. Wallside gives you affordable quality with half off every window and extended financing. It's the one thing you can do to be more comfortable, make your home look better, and increase its value, all with a transferable 35-year warranty. Make it the year for Wallside Windows. Call 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
Detroit Lions fans, it's time to bring the grit. UMCU is proud to be the official credit union of the Detroit Lions and the only place to get the exclusive Lions debit card in 4 game-ready designs: Honolulu Blue, Motor City Muscle Black, Whiteout, and Gridiron Grit Gray. This season, carry your team wherever you go. Gear up today at umcu.org. UMCU, the official credit union of the Detroit Lions. UMCU is insured by NCUA and MLS number 72343. UMCU is an equal housing opportunity lender.
You've created the perfect indoor retreat, your own personal oasis from the summer heat. Now let Carrier help you keep it that way. With Carrier's innovative cooling solutions, you get more than just air conditioning. You get quiet, efficient performance that delivers premium comfort and energy savings that make a difference. Whether you're working from home or hosting a football party, Carrier systems are designed to keep your space just the way you like it. Learn more at carrier.com/residential. Carrier, proud partner of the Detroit Lions.
I will pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Detroit Lions.
Lions football is on WBFX Grand Rapids, Big 101.3. The fun hits you know.
All right, back here in Canton, Ohio, Hall of Fame game, 14-7, Chargers on top. Lions, beautiful drive there a moment ago, 15 plays. To the end zone they go. The kickoff by Jake Bates is going to come up short of the landing zone, and because of that, ball is dead. Penalty flags fly.
Kickoff short of the landing zone. The ball he placed at the 40-yard line.
It's just like a kick going out of bounds. It's got to land somewhere between the 20 and the goal line. If it doesn't, if it's short of that, it comes out to the 40. If it's long and ends up in the end zone, it comes out to the 35-yard line, based on the new kickoff rules this year.
And, Coach Phipp is saying, come on, try to evaluate these guys. Special teams, this is where some of these guys can make the team, right?
And Dan Campbell, they made an emphasis of that, the kicking game, because of the new rule changes.
So Chargers with good field position now as they take over at their own 40-yard line. Offset eye behind Trey Lance, deep back Hassan Haskins.
Sunday's hot.
Lance takes, gives to Haskins over the right side. Not much. Gets across the 41 to the 42-yard line. Got 1 or 2 depending upon the spot. We'll call it 2.
Yeah, once again, TJ, like a half a second early. Yeah, so they're letting them get away with it. I guess it's preseason for everybody, but I mean, it's obvious when it's the tackle and the guard moving. Seems like the refs should see that.
Keith Cooper made the stop there. He was a guy Dan Campbell talked about early in camp, so you know they want to see him out there. Miller Himes in there at running back. Lance is going to work out of the gun on 2nd and 8. Gives it to Miller Himes. Finds a little cutback room across the 45-yard line. Still going across the 50. And he's taken down from behind as he gets down to the 49-yard line of Detroit. Nate Lynn with the tackle. Good work by him. If he doesn't make that stop, he may have been running for a while. 9-yard gain. First down for the Chargers. They're going to go up tempo straight to the line now. Lance out of the gun. Takes the snap. Back looking left. Now middle. Throws. Caught by Miller Himes. Nyheim Hines down to the 45-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
And Dan, you talking about somebody that's happy to be back here is Pittman. Got a chance to talk to him. I mean, Wayne State's finest. He's just happy to be back here to have this opportunity to get out there and show what he can do.
Out there right now for the Lions. They're battling the Chargers in the Hall of Fame game. Chargers up 14-7, 3:55 to go here first half. Lance takes, gives to Miller Himes. He's hit from behind and taken down. Ezekiel Turner made the stop. As he gets inside the 45 down to the 43, it's going to bring up a 3rd down now. Clock moving, 3:35 to go here in the half.
A great pursuit from the backside that time by Turner. Nice job by the defensive line kind of standing up there. their blockers and not really giving the running back a two-way go. And then Ezekiel Turner coming free off the backside. One-on-one, you versus running back, got to make a play, finds a way to get it done.
Lance is going to go empty out of the gun. Chargers from the Lion 43, 3rd and 4. Lance back looking, throwing right side. In and out of the hands. Almost intercepted. There is contact. Ennis Rakestraw. I think they're going to get him for being a little too physical at the point of attack right there. The officials are huddling. Let's see what we've got. Rakestraw had a chance to catch that football. Was he too physical? Did we get a penalty?
Illegal use of hands. Hands to the face. Defense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
So that's not being there too early. That's not being there at the wrong time. That's having your hands in the wrong place.
Yeah, that's a hand slipping up, getting around that face, not getting it down in time. And they watch that so closely now. That used to be so regular back in the day, but now you get it up anywhere around the face, and they're calling.
And it's easy to see in preseason because you get a lot of that press man coverage, right? It's not a lot of disguise where we don't know if he's dropping into cover for it. You're getting man-on-man coverage. You know the wide receiver, or the referees back there are looking right at you.
Chargers get a first down out of that from the Lion 38-yard line. Lance back to pass, does deep middle. It is caught inside the 20 and down to the 18 goes Tucker Fisk. Upended right where he caught that football. That is going to be a gain of 9 on the play.
And to me, Trey Lance, Lomas, does it look like he's telegraphing his throws a little bit? I mean, he's staring down the guy that he's going to. I haven't seen him really look right, come back to the left. He is, when he's looking right or he's looking at the tight end, that ball is going there right now. So if I'm the coaches, I'm telling, hey, these secondary, you see him playing.
Lions red zone defense brought to you by Fago, the one true pop. From the 19, Lance turns, keeps it on the ground, fighting his way down to the 15-yard line. Picking up 3 on the play is Miller Himes. And it'll be 2nd down and 7.
The other thing, too, TJ, they're giving him plenty of time back there, too. So he gets plenty of time back there in the pocket. Yeah, he's staring down his receiver, but, man, there's nobody getting close to Trey Lance.
14-7, Chargers on top. 2-minute warning brought to you by Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. Book your next vacation at GrandTraverseResort.com. We're going to take a break, or are we going to stay right here? We will take a break. Step aside. Lions down 7. Chargers threatening again on the Detroit Lions.
This is Commissioner Idanis Rodriguez from the New York City Department of Transportation, inviting you to the largest summer street in New York City history. Join us July 26th in Queens and Staten Island, August 2nd, 9th, and 16th in Manhattan, August 23rd in Brooklyn and the Bronx. From biking and walking to art and music, come and celebrate Summer Street like never before. Visit nyc.gov/Summer Street for more details.
You're listening to LA Chargers football.
Touchdown Chargers!
Right here on the home of the LA Chargers Audio Network.
14-7 Bolts, 2-minute warning, and they are in the red zone, a 2nd and 6 from just outside the 15. Offensive line, 2 rookies on the left side, Corey Stewart, the undrafted free agent out of Purdue, and their 6th-round pick out of Pitt, Branson Taylor. At that left guard position, Andre James is your center, the vet they signed to a free agent deal. Played 60 consecutive games at center for the Raiders. Here's Lance to pass and takes a shot at the end zone for Harris. And that was well out of bounds, not catchable. Put up that 50-50 ball. So a 3rd and 6.
Harris wasn't able to get on top of him on that one. Trey's got to read that. That's a perfect time to just back shoulder
it.
And that's something Harris is very good at, those contested catches.
Maybe it's not that one. It's the...
So they break huddle. Harris goes into the slot right. And Naheem Miller-Hines in motion to the right pocket of Lance. Looking left, throwing, and there's Lambert-Smith caught, touchdown Chargers. Keandre Lambert-Smith on the quick slant, put his foot in the ground, got upfield, and there was that 4.37 speed for a score, DJ.
That was burst. I mean, he gets that left foot planted, and then he explodes out, and there's no chance. They don't even get a hand on him.
DiCaprio Boodle, our old friend.
Yeah, Boodle had no shot on that one.
I mean, that was explosion when he got his hands on that ball.
And another nice throw from Trey. Put it right on him.
Right in stride. Use that speed, and here we go. Another touchdown for the Chargers.
Turns out the guys who do make plays in practice make plays in the game.
Right. Extra point is up and good. 21-7 Bolts. 1:51 to go in the first half on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Picture this, a seamlessly managed print environment that saves you time, money, and headaches. With Toshiba's Encompass Managed Print Services, our team of experts will optimize your print productivity so you can focus on what matters. So, whether it's boosting your bottom line, saving precious IT resources, or better management of your printers, Toshiba's Encompass Managed Print Services has your back. Visit our website at business.toshiba.com to learn more. Toshiba, we're the managed print experts.
If you owe the IRS or state, if you've received a levy or garnishment notice, the worst thing you can do is ignore it. The problem isn't going away, and the longer you put it off, the more penalties and interest keep piling up. So what should you do? Call a company that can help. The experts at Rush Tax Resolution know how to fight the IRS and win. Rush Tax is A+ rated with the BBB, and they've helped thousands of people put an end to their tax problems for good. And if you're a business owner and owe payroll taxes, did you know the IRS can shut you down and come after you personally? Rush Tax helps business owners stay in business. They've even been able to stop levies and garnishments the same day. Call 800-485-3021 now, and Rush Tax will tell you upfront and for free if they can help. And they only take cases they know they can help. 800-485-3021. 800-485-3021. 800-485-3021. Or rushtaxresolution.com.
Hi, it's Tim Cates. I've been so lucky to have spoken with dozens of the country's top coaches on my Masters in Coaching podcast. You know what they all have in common? They've all gotten their Masters in Coaching from Concordia University, Irvine. Coaches, transform your sports program, your career, and get to the next level. Apply for the fall term at Concordia University, Irvine. Classes start on Monday, August 18th, but I wouldn't wait. Every new student gets $1,000 off. Go to cui.edu/coaching, cui.edu/coaching. 30, 20, 10, touchdown Chargers!
This is your home of the Bolts on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
I'll talk about an answer. 8 plays, 60 yards, 3 minutes, 40 seconds, 15-yard touchdown toss from Trey Lance to Keandre Lambert-Smith, and it's 21-7 Chargers. Trey Lance, 9 of 12, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns. Has run the ball once for 0 yards. Showing off that arm. It's been a fun watch here tonight at Tom Benson Stadium. Another nice kick. This one goes to Lovett. He can field it at the 10. Now he's at the 20. And there's great special teams play. Nico Reed knocks him out after Hassan Haskins sets him up. Shannon, what do you got?
Not that the guys down here need more inspiration to make the team, but pretty cool going to the Hall of Fame today. You guys took the tour. More undrafted free agents in that Hall of Fame than overall number 1 picks here in Canton. Harbaugh was trying to get the guys amped earlier this week. He said, listen, more people watch this game, the Hall of Fame game, preseason, than the NBA Finals and the World Series. Now, I don't know about all that, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, we'll take it and listen to it too, Shannon. That's what I've heard on local radio. Going to set some records, being on both KFI and AM 570 in Los Angeles. Oh, there you go, looking for Lovett. He fell. And Bridges.
Look who was waiting for it.
Tony Jefferson, and he's got his hands on his hip. He's not happy. He wanted that one. Lovett fell. And it fell incomplete, so a 2nd and 10. 100 seconds left in the first half. A break huddle. Matlock and Jones are your defensive tackles. Gidry here with some push, and out into the flat is Small, able to break the first tackle from Marlowe Wax, and picks up 6. So a 3rd and 4. Clock continues to run under 90 seconds now. Right back on it are the Lions. Allen takes the snap. They bring a blitz, and Allen under pressure, able to escape, and he's going to slide down shy of the first down, so it'll be a 3rd and 3.
Junior Colston had him. He was in the backfield, just wasn't able to get to him. By the way,
sorry, make that.
You put on your surfboard, you put Marlo wax on your surfboard?
I do not. I like the Foo Wax. I like the sticky bumps. Timeout call by the Lions. No, the Chargers. There we go. On a 3rd and 4 with 68 seconds left. And a 4th and 2.
You know, I appreciate Grant Stewart because in these preseason games where it's so many players and numbers and names, but his hair, man, I don't ever wonder who the heck that is.
It's an easy one. Playing both ways.
He's special teams ace.
Yep.
Is Bridges back here again to return this punt? Is that what we got?
He is. They're going to punt it away. So see if Trey Lance can make it 3 touchdowns.
You know the rules that we have, Money, in the preseason. We do not fair catch. We're trying to make plays.
That's right.
We're trying to make the team.
That's exactly right. Chargers with 2 of their 3 timeouts.
And when I say the rules, they're basically just me and you up in
That's
the
right.
They
That's what
don't
we
have
want.
any weight whatsoever.
Let us call this. Here we go. Fox boots it away. Pushes Bridges way back. Fair catch signaled for at the 10. Fair.
That was a heck of a punt.
Sure was. Talk about flipping the field. 57 yards, no return.
Well, we get a 2-minute drill. That's valuable.
Right. Trey Lance, 9 of 12, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns. We'll take a break before they get this thing started, finish the first half. It's Chargers 21, Lions 7 on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check you have your phone first, before the cab pulls away.
Hey, thanks, man. No, wait, my phone, come back. It's my boarding pass, credit cards, phone numbers, my life, come back.
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx users are compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
Avner Gatt, that's the guy you have to call if you're ever in a disaster type of situation. You know recovery's hard enough. Fighting your home insurance company should not be part of it. For over 20 years, Avner Gatt has helped Southern California homeowners navigate complex claims. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. You'll speak directly to Avner Gatt or a member of his family. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game. Visit avnergatt.com today.
Hi, it's Tim Cates. I've been so lucky to have spoken with dozens of the country's top coaches on my Masters in Coaching podcast. You know what they all have in common? They've all gotten their Masters in Coaching from Concordia University, Irvine. Coaches, transform your sports program, your career, and get to the next level. Apply for the fall term at Concordia University, Irvine. Classes start on Monday, August 18th, but I wouldn't wait. Every new student gets $1,000 off. Go to cui.edu/coaching, cui.edu/coaching.
This is your home. This is your home of the Bulls on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
Touchdown Chargers! 21-7 Chargers here at Tom Benson Stadium, Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, kicking off the NFL season with the Hall of Fame game. Shannon Farron down on the field. DJ up here in the booth. Me. Our stat man Ben, our spotter Craig. Rich, our engineer, our producer Justin. Great to have the gang back together.
That's great. We start off with the screen here. What do we got?
Got a handoff to Kamani Vidal. Turns upfield, stays in bounds, gets out to the 15-yard line for a gain of 5. Be a 2nd and 5. Keep that clock running. No huddle. Right back at it. Or they will huddle.
Well, we just brought Miller Hines on, which means they can match your personnel, so that'll slow things down.
I'm not going to use the timeout here, but they do break the huddle pretty quick. Des Fitzpatrick outside the numbers to the right. Tucker Fisk in the slot right. And there's the handoff to Hines, who is hit at the line of scrimmage. Picks up 3. It'll be a 3rd and 2, and I'm guessing they'll probably just take a knee here.
Yeah, this is a hot dog drive.
Exactly.
So there's some warm hot dogs. You want them to get cold.
There you go. You can let this thing run out or take a shot. Heck of a half for Trey Lance in that battle for the number 2 QB spot. If you let the money tell the tale, he's got a bigger guarantee than Taylor Heineke, $2 million to $1.5 million. And that's it. We are at the half. Chargers dominate with 3 forced turnovers and a 21-7 lead at the break. Ilo going to be along to break it all down for you here on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Hey, Chargers fans, a winning football team runs like a well-oiled machine. Every player doing their job, every part working together in peak condition. Your vehicle's no different. Hi, this is Tim Cates for Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where your car or truck gets the championship treatment with a 15-minute drive-through oil change. No appointment needed. Locations all over Southern California. Find yours at SoCalOilChange.com. Want your ride to perform like a winning team?
Touchdown, Chargers!
Make it a Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Winning a world championship is incredible, but nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips and supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
Let's be honest. Relationships shouldn't be this hard. It's time to say goodbye, grass, because you deserve better. Break up with your lawn and upgrade to a beautiful, low-maintenance, California-friendly garden. Go to BeWaterWise.com and start a new relationship that saves you water today. BeWaterWise.com.
This summer at the Peterson Automotive Museum, relive the coolest cars of the 80s and 90s. See movie legends, race like a pro in our simulators, and dive into arcade nostalgia. Over 400 rare and iconic vehicles, all in one place. Tickets at peterson.org. That's PETERSEN.org.
Santa Monica College, the #1 college in transfers for 34 years in a row. Looking for a great job or boost to a top 4-year university? SMC's the perfect place to get you there. Enroll for their fall semester at smc.edu. That's smc.edu.
More LA Chargers football is just minutes away.
Mere moment.
But first,
We have!
this is LA Chargers halftime.
And we got a whole nother half to finish this game.
Now here's your host on the LA Chargers Audio Network, Isaac Lowenkron.
And the score at halftime in the Hall of Fame game from Canton. Chargers 21, the Detroit Lions 7. This evening's halftime highlights presented by Valvoline. Keep your car or truck working at peak performance by taking it to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change, where they offer stay-in-your-car service while you wait. Locations all over Southern California. Find the location nearest you at SoCalOilChange.com. The highlights for the Chargers in this one started literally from the opening kickoff.
It's going to be Grant Stewart, the linebacker, and he's going to take it. Grant Stewart to the 10, 15, 20, cut down, short of 30. Ball is out. Ball is on the ground, and we got a scrum immediately. First play of the game. That ball definitely popped out. Let's see if Stewart was able to get on it or if the Chargers have it. Boy, what a blow that would be for Ryan Fick in Special Teams Coordinators Unit.
I think we got
it. Yeah, Chargers ball. How about that? First play of the game, a turnover.
They did, and drove down to the Lion 5 and went for it on a 4th and 2.
3 tight end set on the right side. And here's Lance. Throw into the end zone. Caught Disley. Touchdown, Chargers. First of the 2025 campaign.
And then, how about another takeaway, this time by undrafted rookie Nico Reed, whose strong training camp and preseason continued.
And they're bringing a blitz. Allen out to the right, picked off, left sideline, off to the races. 40, 30, on cue, Nico Reed, all the way down to the 5-yard line, nearly a pick six, man.
And then 2 plays later, after that 60-yard interception return, the Chargers found the end zone again.
Oh, here we go, right on top of it. Lance in the shotgun, Vidal to his left, Keandre Lambert-Smith. There's a handoff to Vidal, lowers the shoulder, second effort, and he's in. Touchdown, Chargers. Kamani Vidal, a 2-yard dive
giving the Chargers a 14-0 lead, and Detroit's next possession would end in another Chargers takeaway, an end zone interception by Tony Jefferson. 3 takeaways of the first quarter for the Chargers. They led after one, 14-0, lead at halftime, 21-7 over the Lions. Second quarter highlights straight ahead on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
It's going on now. Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event. Now's the time to hit the off-road with big savings on a new Tacoma or Tundra with their astounding torque. Time for a great deal on a fuel-efficient new Camry, Corolla, or Corolla Cross. Time to save and experience new adventures in a versatile RAV4. But don't wait. Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event ends soon. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
There's never been a better time to find the Toyota that's just right for you. At Toyota.com, you can explore our full lineup of vehicles, compare features side by side, search our available inventory, see our latest offers, find a dealer. You can even build, price, and accessorize your Toyota right online. So for your next Toyota car, truck, or SUV, just visit Toyota.com. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
Want to go to college this fall? Don't let money hold you back. To be eligible for a Cal Grant and to get the most financial aid available, fill out your FAFSA or CATA by September 2nd. If you already submitted your FAFSA but only listed 4-year colleges, that's okay. Just update your application to include the community college of your choice. Keep your college dreams alive and enroll now at ICanGoToCollege.com.
Let's be honest. Relationships shouldn't be this hard. It's time to say goodbye, grass, because you deserve better. Break up with your lawn and upgrade to a beautiful, low-maintenance, California-friendly garden. Go to BeWaterWise.com and start a new relationship that saves you water today. BeWaterWise.com.
Angeles, LA. There goes Herbert to the end zone. This is your home of the Bolts. 20-yard run for Justin Herbert on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
A 21-7 halftime lead for the Chargers over the Detroit Lions at the Hall of Fame game in Canton. LA Chargers football presented by Cal Recycle. We're reimagining recycling in California. Put food scraps in your green bin, take California Redemption Value beverage containers to a recycling site, and get cash back. Learn more at recyclingreimaginedca.com. Chargers led 14-0 after one thanks to 3 first quarter takeaways, but on the first possession of the second quarter, the Lions converted a pair of 4th downs, got down to the Chargers 3 and scored on a 3-yard touchdown run by Craig Reynolds, but the Chargers came right back as Trey Lance led them to the Lion 15-yard line, where he presided over a 3rd down and 6.
Looking left, throwing, and there's Lambert-Smith caught, touchdown Chargers. Keandre Lambert-Smith on the quick slant, put his foot in the ground, got upfield, and there was that 4.37 speed for a score, DJ.
That was burst.
Trey Lance, 9 out of 12 for 97 yards, 2 touchdown passes, no interceptions in the first half, and as another Lance would say, that will get it done. Chargers 21, Detroit 7 through 30 minutes of the Hall of Fame game in Canton. Matt Money Smith, Daniel Jeremiah, and Shannon Farron standing by to bring you the second half after these, with the Chargers set to receive the second half kickoff straight ahead on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
This summer at the Peterson Automotive Museum, relive the coolest cars of the 80s and 90s. See movie legends, race like a pro in our simulators, and dive into arcade nostalgia. Over 400 rare and iconic vehicles, all in one place. Tickets at peterson.org. That's PETERSEN.org.
Santa Monica College, the #1 college in transfers for 34 years in a row. Looking for a great job or boost to a top 4-year university? SMC's the perfect place to get you there. Enroll for their fall semester at smc.edu. That's smc.edu.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Winning a world championship is incredible, but nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips and supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
Hey Chargers fans, a winning football team runs like a well-oiled machine. Every player doing their job, every part working together in peak condition. Your vehicle's no different. Hi, this is Tim Cates for Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where your car or truck gets the championship treatment with a 15-minute drive-through oil change. No appointment needed. Locations all over Southern California. Find yours at SoCalOilChange.com. Want your ride to perform like a winning team? Touchdown Chargers! Make it a Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
The 2025 Ford F-150, California's best-selling truck brand.
Now is the time to get into that Ford you've been eyeing with Ford's summer sales event. Go see your local Southern California Ford dealers and get the hottest deals with 0 payments for up to 90 days on select Ford vehicles.
From the F-150 or F-150 electric to the Mustang Mach-E, whatever model you've been looking at is ready for you.
Plus, get a complimentary maintenance plan for 24 months. Go to buyfordnow.com for details.
Aren't you getting this? That's what tonight's about!
Back to more LA Chargers football.
Run! Run!
On the LA Chargers Audio Network.
Back here at Tom Benson Stadium, Canton, Ohio, the Hall of Fame game kicks off every NFL season. And this year the Chargers featured, no surprise, number 85 going into the Hall on Saturday, Antonio Gates. Certainly an exciting time for Charger fans. One of the most dominant players of his era. 5 All-Pro selections, 8 Pro Bowls. And I'll tell you, you look at the numbers, and it's just eye-popping. Just became that dominant receiver at the tight end position. 116 total touchdowns. And more impressive, in our friend Eric Smith, who writes for Chargers.com, has a couple pieces up there if you want to dig into the numbers. But the third down receptions, the third down touchdowns, the red zone touchdowns, no one's even close to Antonio Gates since 2000. Like, it's not even close. And to think that he did it from the tight end position, not the receiver position, was certainly impressive, and a special connection that he and Phillip Rivers had through that 2004 to 2010 range when they won 5 of 6 AFC West titles.
I just think of the fact this dude did not play football in college.
Right.
And in your second NFL season, you go 81 for 964 and 13 touchdowns.
How about that?
Quick study.
I'll tell you, well, when he was supposed to play, went to Michigan State. Saban said he could play football. Saban said he could play basketball. Izzo said he could play football. He got injured, or he got nicked up, pardon the pun, and Saban said, "You're not playing basketball anymore." And he's like, "I'm out of here."
Yeah.
And he took off, went to community college, ends up going to Kent State. And I think the part that gets lost, he was a stud at Kent State, took them to the Elite Eight.
I saw him play. They played in San Diego, I believe, against Indiana. So I'm playing the tournament.
Yeah, he's the first player in the history of the Hall of Fame to have never played a single down of college football. Yeah, they knocked off Oklahoma State, and then I believe Alabama, which was the 2 seed, and then Pitt, which was the 3 seed, to get Kent State.
That's insane.
And he was their best player. He's a 28-5 guy, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists guy. And just kind of used what you called in the pregame with Nick Hardwick, that wiggle that he would use down on the low post. So the Chargers going to receive this kick as we're getting ready to get underway. They lead 21-7. Trey Lance, a heck of a first half, 9 of 12, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns, a passer rating of 137.8. Did not use his legs at all. So we got Kamani Vidal and Triquez Bridges back there to return it. Chargers in their white top, brand new powder blue pants, moving left to right from where we sit high above. Shannon Farron down on the field. We'll get to her in a second. And this kick going to be fielded inside the 5 and inside the hashes. To the 20, to the 25. Here we go. And we got a lane for Nyheim Hines. We got 2 31s on this team, 1 defense, 1 offense. That was Nyheim Miller-Hines with the return, 39-yard return. Let's go down to Shannon Farron.
Why Canton, Ohio, guys? Well, this is where a bunch of dudes sat around in 1920 in an office room and formed the American Professional Football Association, all the dudes being from Ohio. It became the NFL, of course, but this was home of the Canton Bulldogs. The Bulldogs boys first to win consecutive NFL championships in 1922 and 1923.
Thank you, Shannon. We had a great time at the Hall of Fame. City where I was born, Hammond, Indiana, had a professional team back then, the Hammond Pros. We got a flag at the line of scrimmage as Jarrett Patterson's going to bounce this outside to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, all the way down to the 27-yard line of the Lions. Let's see what the flag is.
Illegal shift.
Illegal shift. Bring it back. I think I heard Patterson grunt all the way up here.
Illegal shift. Offense. Number 87 and number 44. We'll move it simultaneously. 5-yard penalty. Report first down.
That's a tough one because it was a beautiful run by Patterson as he bounced it, but Fitzpatrick and Matlock moving at the same time. And Matlock will jog off with Tucker Fisk and Patterson. No Tyler Conklin here, so talked about him as a red zone weapon, but Will Dissly getting that first touchdown to put him on the board. We got a 1st and 15 now.
I was talking to Jesse Minner this morning about playing in the Hall of Fame game. He was lobbying to get some extra roster spots if you're playing in this game.
That's a good point. It's a great call. Shotgun snap, Lance to pass, pump fakes, and here we go. Takes off. There's the Lance legs, dives forward to the 43-yard line for a gain of 5. It'll be a 2nd and 10. That's his first real run. It was on a scramble. I've not really seen that option or a designed run yet, DJ.
Yeah, he's extremely fast when you see him on those zone reads where he lets it open up and then he can really stride it out and run. That time it's kind of a little claustrophobic in that space where he was, not a lot of room.
Jaquay Jackson out to the left. He was signed a little bit earlier. This was actually late last week. Here's Lance under pressure and throws. Should have let that one hit the ground. Vidal caught it all the way back at the 35-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 8 and bring up 3rd and forever.
There was a screen, but they didn't. You got to get a piece of them before you just let them run right through. That was immediate pressure and no chance for that to develop.
And they had that. They had Ryan Nelson on skates at right tackle.
Third and Columbus here.
Right. Officially a 3rd and 17. Chargers 2 of 5 on 3rd down. Here's Lance to pass. Just going to dump it underneath. And Patterson going to get out to the 48-yard line. So it'll bring up a 4th and 5. Anthony Pittman, and they're going to boot it away. Anthony Pittman makes the tackle. 4th-year player out of Wayne State for the Lions.
It's a good smart play, though. Trey has not put the ball in jeopardy. The only one that was close was on the slant where you had a holding penalty on Rakestraw in the first half. But he has not
played great.
Yeah, he has not put the ball in jeopardy at all.
J.K. to punt it away to Keeney James. Rookie out of UMass. There's J.K.'s thing hanging up there. Fair catch signaled for. And it's bumped in the air. Fitzpatrick on it. Chargers ball. 4th turnover. How about that? Des Fitzpatrick with the illegal shift to take away that explosive run, and he atones for it with Ryan Ficken's special teams bunch.
You could tell that was a bad idea. In this swirling wind, and J.K. hit the end-over-end punt, and that thing was dancing in the sky.
I think that was Imani Johnson that was barking in Keeney James's face after he signaled for the fair catch. So here we go. 4th turnover, and the Chargers have a 1st and goal from the 5, leading 21-7. See Gadsden out there with Tucker Fisk, your 2 tight ends. Fitzpatrick, your wide receiver. And here we go. Boot. Lance to the end zone looking for Fitzpatrick, just out of his reach. as he was covered by Tyson Russell, the rookie out of Vanderbilt. So a 2nd and goal. It was a bootleg to the right on the play action to Patterson. Gadsden going to go off. Matlock going to come in.
That was the 3rd time they've run a boot, and first 2 were pretty easy. That one, there was not a lot there.
So Patterson and Matlock in the offset eye. Lance under center. And there's the handoff. Patterson shuffles his feet, and he's going to be dropped at the 5. So a 3rd and goal. Keith Cooper, the rookie out of Houston, with the tackle.
I know they're showing the different skill set that Trey has, and a lot of the focus has been on him throwing the ball. But, man, I'm a little surprised these trips down the red zone that he hasn't pulled one or had an opportunity to run the ball.
Break huddle, Patterson all alone left. On the numbers, Jackson just outside the numbers, Jaquay Jackson on the right. Lance shotgun. They rush 5, and that was nowhere near Des Fitzpatrick. He just let that thing fly.
Way too flat. He had time, and he just put that one up in the air. So that's 2 balls in the red zone where they've tried to throw goes. The earlier one to Trey Harris where I thought he could have back-shouldered him. That one, just got to put some air under it. Just lay it up and give him a chance.
It was just kind of a laser to the back corner, back left corner of the end zone with Jaquay Jackson working one-on-one. So Dicker out. Missed his first field goal. It was a 53-yarder that bonked off the left upright. This little chip shot, 23 yards. And that is right down Main Street. So make it 17 points off of turnovers for the Chargers. They lead 24-7, 11:26 to go in the 3rd on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Santa Monica College, the #1 college in transfers for 34 years in a row. Looking for a great job or boost to a top 4-year university? SMC is the perfect place to get you there. Enroll for their fall semester at smc.edu. That's smc.edu.
This summer at the Peterson Automotive Museum, relive the coolest stars of the 80s and 90s. See movie legends, race like a pro in our simulators, and dive into arcade nostalgia. Over 400 rare and iconic vehicles, all in one place. Tickets at peterson.org. That's petersen.org.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Winning a world championship is incredible, but nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips and supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
Big announcement to make. I'm so pumped. I just got into the brand new fully electric Hyundai Ioniq 5. This got to be one of the coolest SUVs I've seen in my life and one of the most teched out electric vehicles ever, which is what I'm all about. Premium features like Hyundai's digital key, Bose premium audio, and of course, ultra fast charging capability. Let's go. And it looks so slick. You have no idea. Learn more about the Ioniq 5 at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Avner Gatt, that's the guy you have to call if you're ever in a disaster type of situation. You know recovery's hard enough. Fighting your home insurance company should not be part of it. For over 20 years, Avner Gatt has helped Southern California homeowners navigate complex claims. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. You'll speak directly to Avner Gatt or a member of his family. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game. Visit avnergatt.com today.
1, 2, 3. You're listening to LA Chargers football.
Let's start us something special right here, man. Let's go.
All season for themselves. It's been an impressive outing in all 3 phases as Dicker sets to kick it away left to right. And this is going to be deep into the end zone, take the knee, and this year get you all the way out to the 35-yard line. Let's go down to that Chargers sideline and Shannon Farron.
Yeah, guys, R.J. Mickens is another guy whose name has been close to being called tonight. He's taking the field right now. Deep safety room for the Chargers this season. R.J.'s dad played at defensive back for 10 seasons. He played with the Jets and the Browns. And when he was at Clemson, R.J. Mickens, he was kind of a multi-position player, Swiss Army knife for them, free safety, nickel, box safety. But everyone here says he is firmly planted in that safety position and looking to shine here tonight.
Thank you, Shannon. Yeah, someone they're expecting big things out of on special teams. Of course, got to reset that room a little bit. The departures of Simi Fehoko and Nick Neiman. Tuli Tuipulotu probably expected to relinquish those duties as he's going to be a starter on the edge. And we got Hendon Hooker out here now. Kyle Allen's night is done. So the third-year quarterback out of Tennessee takes the snap, rolls to his right, hit, able to spin away from pressure. He does slide down ultimately at the 37-yard line for a gain of 2. But boy, oh boy, that is a tough one for Tremont Morris. Well, Tremont Morris-Brash made the tackle, I think. And that was Nico Reed that had the shot at him.
Yep, he would have add to his special day with a little a sack right there.
So 2nd and 8. Jabari Small in the backfield with Hooker. And there's the handoff to Small, and he's able to break a tackle. There's a flag that comes in late in the backfield, offensive backfield.
Holding, offense number 63. 10-yard penalty, defeat 2nd down.
That's Mason Miller, the rookie out of North Dakota State.
Unfortunately, I don't have the stats in front of me to back this up, but I do believe the second half of the Hall of Fame game is traditionally the most holding penalties you'll ever see in your entire life.
Let's not say that. Already 7 o'clock back at home. Probably not going to get out of here until about 10 or 11 o'clock Pacific time. Chargers football is here. It's the perfect time to gear up for the season. Check out the Chargers Pro Shop, powered by Fanatics, for the best selection of Chargers merchandise on the web. Visit shop.chargers.com. On a 2nd and 18, there's a handoff, and gang tackled was Small. Jamari Caldwell, the rookie, first one there.
Caldwell's got some range. I mean, you see the size out there.
He's a big dude.
He is massive, but he's got lateral range, and that was a display on it right there.
Matlock comes in, gives him a breather. Well, DJ, I know you had to work on him for the draft. Kind of 2 different looks of what was asked of him at Houston and Oregon, the 2 different schools.
Yeah, and he showed at Oregon his ability. He can get on an edge. He can get upfield if you want him to. There's a lot of different skills the guy that big possesses.
Hooker to throw on 3rd and 14, and nearly intercepted by Kendall Williamson. Threw it to a spot where there were no Lions. And if you're looking to churn some clock, not a great start to the second half, but a great start for the Chargers. Already got 3 points up there.
Going back through my Jamari Caldwell notes, he can press out blocks. He gets steady pocket push. He plays with that wide base. He's really quick on the backside of runs, which we just saw right there. We saw at the Senior Bowl when they let him really rush up the field. He can do it.
No, this is returnable for Miller Hines, and it takes a bounce. Such a wobbly kick, and it's going to take a Lions bounce to the 22-yard line. 47-yard kick with no return. There's a flag. Bill Vinovich leading this crew here tonight. Got a hat off.
Illegal touching. Kicking team number 19 went out of bounds his first to touch. 5-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down. Timeout.
All right, with the timeout, we'll take one. 24-7 Chargers. 9:49 to go in the third on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Hey, Chargers fans, a winning football team runs like a well-oiled machine. Every player doing their job, every part working together in peak condition. Your vehicle's no different. Hi, this is Tim Cates for Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where your car or truck gets the championship treatment with a 15-minute drive-through oil change. No appointment needed. Locations all over Southern California. Find yours at SoCalOilChange.com. Want your ride to perform like a winning team? Touchdown, Chargers! Make it a Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
If you owe the IRS or state, if you've received a levy or garnishment notice, the worst thing you can do is ignore it. The problem isn't going away, and the longer you put it off, the more penalties and interest keep piling up. So what should you do? Call a company that can help. The experts at Rush Tax Resolution know how to fight the IRS and win. Rush Tax is A+ rated with the BBB, and they've helped thousands of people put an end to their tax problems for good. And if you're a business owner and owe payroll taxes, did you know the IRS can shut you down and come after you personally? Rush Tax helps business owners stay in business. They've even been able to stop levies and garnishments the same day. Call 800-485-3021 now, and Rush Tax will tell you upfront and for free if they can help. And they only take cases they know they can help. 800-485-3021. 800-485-3021. 800-485-3021. Or rushtaxresolution.com.
Want to go to college this fall? Don't let money hold you back. To be eligible for a Cal grant and to get the most financial aid available, fill out your FAFSA or CATA by September 2nd. If you already submitted your FAFSA but only listed four-year colleges, that's okay. Just update your application to include the community college of your choice. Keep your college dreams alive and enroll now at icangotocollege.com.
Listening to LA Chargers football.
I mean, this has just been a buffet of quarterbacks.
Right here on the home of the LA Chargers Audio Network.
24/7 Chargers here. 9:49 to go in the third. Well, we were able to tour the NFL, the Pro Football, I should say, Hall of Fame. Of course, Antonio Gates going on Saturday, but a lot of Chargers in there already, including Ron Mix, inducted in 1979, former Trojan offensive tackle, one of the best to ever play the position. His 10 years with the Chargers called for a total of 2 holding penalties in those 10 years. Shannon, what do we got?
Alohi Gilman, your family was cool from the tsunami on Oahu and all that?
Yeah, family was good. It's kind of being raised in Hawaii, you kind of get used to that. I've been through my several amount of tsunami watch warnings, so family was good, and I'm happy that it kind of died down by the time it got to us.
I was thinking about you last week. You guys had that walk in San Diego on the USS Abraham Lincoln. I know you played at the Naval Academy. What was that like for you to have a walkthrough out there?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a special experience for sure. I had a buddy of mine who I played football with at the Naval Academy who's a pilot there on that aircraft carrier. Got to reconnect with him and just be able to share that experience with the Navy crew and share that moment. I have some deep respect, obviously, for the military, and obviously reconnected with my buddy as well. So it was an awesome experience.
Had you seen him in a while, or?
The last time I seen him was at the Naval Academy. So it's been some years, and he played linebacker at the Naval Academy. So it's been a long time, but we pick up like we never left off. Those are my brothers, and I really appreciate them.
Mutual pride there, looking at each other, probably.
Yeah, definitely mutual pride. We went through some hard stuff together at the Naval Academy, so those bonds kind of stick together for a while.
A deep safety room. We were talking about a deep safety room this season. How is that a benefit to you, competition-wise? And do you guys get to fine-tune whatever it is you specialize in?
Yeah, for sure. We're super excited about this safety room this year. Obviously, we got a lot of depth, a lot of guys who are contributors and who can start right away and play a lot of football for us. And for us, it just helps us because it makes us more versatile, gets us in positions to play at our best strengths. And then obviously being able to work on the little things that can take our game to the next level. So it's been fun. It's been fun so far, and we're excited to see where it goes from here.
Well, I think all Chargers fans, when I say we are anxious back out there healthy this year.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited. I was feeling really good right now, really healthy, and just blessed to be out there every day, taking it one day at a time, and just enjoying every moment that I can.
Awesome. Thanks, Loey. Appreciate it.
No, thank you. Appreciate it.
Guys, I hope you didn't miss too many holding penalties. Apologize.
No, all good. Totally worth it, Shannon.
You're good luck, Shannon. Keep these interviews
Absolutely.
coming. Playing
Keep it
clean
going.
Football. The clock's moving.
Love Aloe, one of our favorites. I believe Kahuku was his high school on that side of Oahu.
He is steady, Eddie.
You ain't kidding. There's Lance rolling to his right as they're working up midfield. Throws it back across his body. He's got Haskins into plus territory. The Lions' 46-yard line for a gain of 8. Chargers up 24-7. Let's quickly take 10 seconds for our stations to identify themselves on the LA Chargers Football Network.
This is LA Chargers football.
Touchdown, Chargers!
KLAC, KYSR, HD2, Los Angeles. KFI and KOST, HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County.
I formation. Scott Matlock, by the way, got the handoff on a 3rd and 1 to pick up the first down. Haskins back there. He takes the handoff this time. Does a little shuffle, and that big body pushes forward inside the 40 to the 38-yard line for a gain of about 8.
I know he doesn't get a lot of opportunities to run the ball, but there is a little James Conner element to Haskins when he runs. Just kind of that little subtle stop and start. He's a little quicker than you think, and then whenever you hit him, there's about 4 or 5 more yards that get piled on.
I mean, Haskins his senior year at Michigan. 270 carries for 1,327 yards and 20 touchdowns.
That's the definition of a bell cow.
Right? Vidal now out there. Takes the handoff. Thank you, Greg Roman. And he is met with some resistance. Probably loses about a half yard, so a 3rd and 3.
And it is windy.
It really is, yeah. We're getting in. We're up here. Nothing to block us in this stadium, you know. We're about 5 stories on top of the opposite seats exposed, so here we go on 3rd down. Chargers 3 of 8 on 3rd down. Their defense holding the Lions to just 1 of 8. Vidal stays in. And there's the handoff to Vidal. He's got the corner. 40, 35, 30, left sideline, 25, still on his feet down to the 22-yard line. That's explosion from the second year back out of Troy for 17 yards.
They blitzed a linebacker, which left him a little vulnerable out there on the edge, and there you saw the juice and the burst to get out there and take those yards. Trey Lance also is a threat to keep it, and that's able to hold one defender. So that's the threat of a quarterback, even when he doesn't run it. The threat that he can run it helps.
Anthony Pittman just stopped in his tracks, allowing Vidal to just beat that backer to the edge. Jackson outside the numbers left. Johnson outside, I should say Coleman outside the numbers right. He's had a nice camp too, by the way. I should say Campbell. And how about this? Right over the middle of the field is Johnson.
Oh, I thought it was a bad spot. That's my first bad spot of the year.
There we go. You and your eagle eye.
I thought he had that easy.
Well, it looks like he's got it.
Yeah, they're giving him first down.
There you go.
He had another half yard.
Well, at least they gave him the first down.
That's true.
We'll give it to him. Jalen Johnson in his second season out of Eastern Carolina. So new set of downs. Trey Lance still in this game, has 2 touchdown tosses. Can he make it a third? Haskins in the backfield. And he keeps it, working to his right. And there we go. There's the legs to the 10 to the 9 before he steps out of bounds for a gain of 3. And he pulled it.
Yeah, that was a boot. That wasn't really necessarily a pure zone read where he could run it. He had a couple options there. He wanted to throw it outside. Yeah. They did a good job of playing it. He still was able to run around the edge, but wasn't that wide open cutback that we've seen a couple of times earlier in the game.
Nice meaty 6-minute drive here now. 10 plays, 63 yards already. On a 2nd and 7, I formation. Haskins behind Matlock. Lance to throw, taking a shot to the end zone, just out of reach for Jackson.
It's 3 of those.
Yeah, they're just too flat. We're talking about it, DJ.
Yeah, that's the only critique so far for Trey. He's had a really nice game. It looks great in the stat sheet. He's made some big-time throws, but these 3 fade balls I think he'd like to have back. Every fade is different. Some require you to throw a firm back shoulder ball. Some of them are just those teardrop throws, and others you get 50-50s, and he just hasn't quite had the right trajectory on the 3 times he's had it.
Gadsden back out there, the rookie 5th-round pick out of Syracuse, the tight end. Johnson and Jackson all to that left side. Right side is Dale Von Campbell. Lance to throw. They rush 5 to the end zone for Campbell. Jumps, catches, and signal is touchdown. How about that? But now the referee's conferring.
Did he have his feet down?
I don't think he was anywhere near, from our vantage point, having his feet in. Dale Von's had a nice camp, though. Heels out. He only had 1 foot, too. So that is good effort, though.
It was a great effort.
That
was a better throw on a fade.
Right.
After replay review.
Yeah, no.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. 4th down.
So Dicker back out to make it 27-7. 3:03 left in the 3rd. Campbell had a huge drop early in training camp on a go ball that was perfectly placed by Justin Herbert. And after that moment, just started. He was the vacuum cleaner, man, catching everything. Making some nice plays out there. And he was someone that got signed on that rookie tryout. Dicker's kick Right through the middle, so 27-7 Chargers. That one covered 6 minutes, 39 seconds. They lead by 20 on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Winning a world championship is incredible, but nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips and supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
Like our championship-winning boys in blue, your Southern California Chevy dealers have star talent at every position. Leading off, Chevy Silverado, the #1 selling full-size pickup in Southern California. Crushing big league challenges with legendary strength and advanced capability. Stop by and drive one home today. Or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Based on S&P Global Mobility. New retailer registrations using large pickup segmentation. Call 844-55-CHEVY or see dealer for details.
Let's be honest. Relationships shouldn't be this hard. It's time to say goodbye, grass, because you deserve better. Break up with your lawn and upgrade to a beautiful, low-maintenance, California-friendly garden. Go to BeWaterWise.com and start a new relationship that saves you water today. BeWaterWise.com.
Hi, it's Tim Cates. I've been so lucky to have spoken with dozens of the country's top coaches on my Masters in Coaching podcast. You know what they all have in common? They've all gotten their Masters in Coaching from Concordia University, Irvine. Coaches, transform your sports program, your career, and get to the next level. Apply for the fall term at Concordia University, Irvine. Classes start on Monday, August 18th, but I wouldn't wait. Every new student gets $1,000 off. Go to CUI.edu/coaching, CUI.edu/coaching.
You're listening to LA Chargers football.
Touchdown, Chargers! NFL Network. Saw a lot of our friends down there. Steve Weish, Brian Baldinger. Who is that? Michael Irvin? Yeah. Oh, my gosh. You had Michael Irvin officiate your wedding? That's the greatest thing I've ever seen. That really made my night, Cynthia. Thank you. Dicker kicks off left to right, and Keeney James returns it to the 22. Don't really care. I can't get over Michael Irvin officiating Cynthia's wedding. That's the best thing I've seen in 10 years. 27-7 Chargers.
Sapp was the ring bearer.
Yeah, there you go. That was incredible. Oh, on the beach.
Very pretty. Very pretty. Congratulations.
Wonderful. Congratulations. She's going to be doing the on-stage stuff on Saturday. I say stuff because there's a lot that goes into that. There you go. Cynthia put a little headset on there as we got Hendon Hooker under center. Hands off the Bird. Bird hitting the interior of that line, keeps the legs churning, pushes forward out to the 25-yard line for a gain of 4. If you want the latest in Chargers breaking news, exclusive content, scores, highlights, and more, download the official Chargers app today. All things Bolts right at your fingertips. Been talking about the Hall of Fame and the bus. How about Lance Allworth, one of the all-time greats, Charger from 62 to 70, inducted in 78, still owns the Charger record for most receiving yards in a season, 1,602. Did that in 1965 with just 14 games in the regular season. He averaged 114 per game. If Ladd were to break that in a 17-game season, he would need to average 94 per game, which I think is doable.
Cynthia, what are you looking forward to in this class, in this Hall of Fame class?
I'm actually really excited to see if Jared Allen is going to rock the mullet or not, because I feel like he has the most epic football mullet of all time, possibly, and I need to make sure that goes in the Hall of Fame.
That's fair.
I will say that's a good point, Cynthia, because the one thing I did notice is the guys that had good hair, the busts are better.
Yeah, we went and looked at all the busts today. We did a lot of scouting.
And
Jonathan Ogden
was fantastic.
Excellent bust.
Walter Jones's head is the size of a hot air balloon. It was, but I'll tell you, guys that had good hair, it really like Troy Polamalu's might be the best bust in there because of the hair. It just looks fantastic. So that's a great one. See if they give Jared Allen the mullet. Hooker takes the snap, hands off to Bird. A lot of runs here in the second half, under a minute in the third quarter. Chargers up 27-7. That's a gain of 6. As we see Caldwell's
got a lot of action today.
Yeah. Heck, how about the starters getting action? Jones and Hand, Tito. Got to get my. I don't want to force it. We got to get 49 to make a play. And I have not seen him. I don't know if Miles Purchase isn't playing in this one. Offset eye for the Lions, moving right to left in their classic blue and silver pant combo. And Bird was shut down at the 45 on that 1st and 10, and I think that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter.
That was the fastest third quarter in Hall of Fame game history. I don't have that in front of me, but I believe that to be the case.
Anything else you want to add here?
Well, just be disciplined, guys. Oh, no, I said that. Now we've got somebody on the ground. They're going to let the clock run before they address the cramp, I think.
I'm just glad that it's, I get to hear the dulcet tones of Matt Money Smith and the touchdown Chargers, because that is, I miss that when it's not football season. That is like number 1 or number 2. I mean, games, but I just want to hear a touchdown call by Matt Money Smith.
He's had a couple touchdown calls, and he's already had a pump and dump, which he used earlier.
Come on. She knows. It's a financial term. Cynthia comes from the financial world. All right. They tend to the injured line. We take a break here. Great to see you, Cynthia. Have a great time on Saturday. 27-7 Bolts here at the start of the fourth quarter on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check you have your phone first, before the cab pulls away.
Hey, thanks, man. No, wait, my phone, come back! It's got my boarding pass, credit cards, phone numbers, my life, come back!
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hey, Chargers fans, a winning football team runs like a well-oiled machine. Every player doing their job, every part working together in peak condition. Your vehicle's no different. Hi, this is Tim Cates for Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where your car or truck gets the championship treatment with a 15-minute drive-through oil change. No appointment needed. Locations all over Southern California. Find yours at SoCalOilChange.com. Want your ride to perform like a winning team? Touchdown, Chargers! Make it a Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
At UCLA Health, discovery and innovation lead to the best care. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best experience so you can live your best life. It's why we're consistently ranked as a top hospital nationwide for 35 consecutive years by U.S. News and World Report. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today at one of our over 280 locations right here in Southern California. Once again, that's uclahealth.org.
30, 20, 10, touchdown, Chargers!
This is your home of the Bolts on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
Start of the fourth, 27-7 Bolts. Would assume we're going to see DJ Uyunglele as the quarterback in the fourth quarter, per the instruction of Jim Harbaugh. If that's the case, Trey Lance will end his night 13 of 20 for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Solid.
He had a couple beautiful throws. And there was a bit of chemistry there with he and Keandre Lambert-Smith. And that go ball down the right sideline for 28, and that beautiful quick slant that went for a touchdown.
You drew a penalty on another one.
Exactly right. A break huddle on this 2nd and 8. And it was Kenny Yeboah that had to be helped off the field. Hooker to throw. Middle of the field. There's a catch, but immediately tackled.
Bridges?
I think that was Triquez, yeah. From the safety position.
He's not a lot of fear in his dojo, by the way.
No. He's a big dude, too. He walked right by me on the field at training camp, and he's just long, man. He's limbs. So a third, let's see, what are they? 1 of 8 on third down, a 3rd and 3 here. Bird in the backfield with Hooker. Here comes pressure on Hooker, lets it fly right sideline, has a man, and incomplete. Well played by Eric Rogers, the rookie out of Rutgers.
Nice job.
Flags.
No panic, didn't grab. It was in good position, got his head around, found the ball. Nicely done.
Rogers started at Northern Illinois, had 2 picks in 1 game while he was a Husky, and then at Rutgers, a 52-yard pick 6. Stan Campbell going to go for it on a 4th and 3 at midfield. I would say, well, it's the Hall of Fame game, but that's pretty much par for the course for Dan Campbell. So he's just treating this like a regular season game. Yeah, Chris Hinton, Jamari Caldwell out there, interior of the line, Morris Brash.
They're not lined
Kyle
up.
Kennard, their 4th-round pick, is your edges. And Lions got to call a timeout.
Yeah, that's part of the deal, right? Alignment assignment.
There he is, DJ. I'm gonna force it. No, I'm not. I'm not going to force it. I'm going to trust that my man Miles is going to make a play at some point. Let's focus on Chargers in the Hall of Fame here. Sid Gilman, one of the all-time greats, inducted in '83 after leading the Chargers to the 1963 AFL title. During his playing days at Ohio State, talented end. He even played for a college all-star team in an exhibition against the Chicago Bears. They used to do that, which was incredible. They would take a team of college all-stars and play the defending Super Bowl champs off the
I love
times. He famously got bulldozed by Bears legend Bronco Nagurski. Got to bring it back, right?
I would love to see that.
Absolutely.
I don't know the agents would be a fan of it.
No, probably not. I don't think. Yeah.
Or the guys who just won the Super Bowl have to
Exactly.
lace it up and play some feisty college kids the next week.
So here we go. Lions are lined up with this 4th and 3. Again, your edges, Kennard and Morris Brash. Monty Johnson right up on that line of scrimmage as well.
See if they throw another quick out like they did earlier.
They got 6 on the line of scrimmage. They rush 4. Hooker's going to take off. And he is stringing it out, and he's not going to get it. He is hammered by Chris Hinton. And that was well played.
Yeah, he got hit hard. He ripped his head back on the turf, but they did. They tried to throw that quick out they hit earlier against man. This time it was zone, so there's a corner just sitting there waiting for it.
So it's a turnover on downs. Chargers will take over at their own 48. Leading 27-7 here. 14 minutes left in the game on the LA Chargers Football Network.
California. It's time to reimagine not only what we recycle, but how we recycle it. Putting food scraps in your green bin and taking California Redemption Value beverage containers to a recycling site to get your cash back are just 2 of the small steps you can take today for a greener tomorrow. This is how we're reimagining recycling, California. And it all starts right here. To learn more, visit recyclingreimaginedca.com.
I'm so excited driving around my brand new car. What's going on, you guys? It is Stryker, the 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid, which I absolutely love. When you're cruising around in a Hyundai hybrid vehicle, this means you're getting great fuel efficiency without the lifestyle change. You don't have to stop to charge ever, and of course, less frequent trips to the gas station. It's the 2025 Tucson Hybrid, top-notch safety features, advanced tech, eye-catching design. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Avner Gatt, that's the guy you have to call if you're ever in a disaster type of situation. You know recovery's hard enough. Fighting your home insurance company should not be part of it. For over 20 years, Avner Gatt has helped Southern California homeowners navigate complex claims. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. You'll speak directly to Avner Gatt or a member of his family. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game. Visit avnergatt.com today.
Want to go to college this fall? Don't let money hold you back. To be eligible for a Cal Grant and to get the most financial aid available, fill out your FAFSA or CATA by September 2nd. If you already submitted your FAFSA but only listed 4-year colleges, that's okay. Just update your application to include the community college of your choice. Keep your college dreams alive and enroll now at icangotocollege.com.
This is your home.
This is your home of the Bulls. on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
Touchdown, Chargers! So we got a new quarterback. Trey Lance's night is done, as we thought. DJ Uiagalelei is out there, the Bosco standout. 2018 USA Today High School Player of the Year. 2019 number 1 team in the nation, St. John Bosco. Passed, how about this? 4,225 yards and 48 touchdowns is what he had that year. They won the CIF over Mater Dei and
Bryce
state
Young,
championship. Yeah.
Bryce Young, DJU battles, man.
Oh, it was so fun. Under center. Hands off to Patterson. Patterson trying to stiff arm and bounce, and instead he's going to be dropped back at the 50. We got a million flags out there. I don't know if there's a face mask or what it was. Face mask on the Chargers.
Personal foul. Face mask. Offense number 34. 15-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So they're going to get Patterson. So DJ put behind it here at the start with a 1st and 25.
Take a while to get all these flags picked up.
Right?
I think there were 5.
Yeah.
5 flags on the field.
Well, I'll say this. Patterson got his money's worth.
Yeah.
He had that thing for about 5 seconds. Chargers 27-7. Kamani 6 carries for 30 yards. Naheem Miller-Hines 6 for 25. Hassan 3 for 16. So Naheem in there now to the right of DJ in the shotgun. DJ delayed handoff. Hines. It's through the line to the 34. Think of the 33. It's a gain of just 1. 2nd and 24.
With DJU, it's interesting because, you like to see, okay, what can he do? Can we throw the ball around? But then you look at the math of the roster and go, man, it's going to be a hard time for him to make our team.
Oh, yeah.
It would be nice to kind of sneak him down to the practice squad.
No doubt. Keep developing him.
The joint practices will be interesting to see how much work he gets there, because that's where you can get seen.
Exactly. DJ to throw. And finds the out. There it is to Campbell. Campbell up to the 46-yard line. So makes it a 3rd and 12. Completion at 12 yards.
He's got a live arm, and you
Sure
can see
does.
that when he was a sophomore in high school.
I think he's easy for me to say that, I didn't see a lot of high school football, but best high school football player I've ever seen. Just was a man amongst boys out there. Now the most fun high school football player I ever saw, Sean McGrew.
There you go.
Nice. No question about it. Josh Rosen was getting all the attention at Bosco. Shannon, what do you got?
Dante Jackson, welcome to Los Angeles. It's nice to see your face.
Oh, I'm so blessed to be here. It's been amazing. Just feeling the breeze and, getting that good weather and feeling those energy from those good Charger fans. It's been awesome.
Yeah, enjoy this, because back home, it's probably like 90 degrees right now. We like interceptions in Los Angeles, and you had a career high 5 last year in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, just finding a way to make plays, finding a way to help out my team, and, that's why I'm here. That's why he brought me here, to make plays and just be a great teammate. So I'm excited. I can't wait to get going.
Now, you spent 5 years in Carolina. I'm super jealous. 6 years. Because I like Bojangles, but you probably eat healthy. Have you found any places you like in LA?
Not yet. I tend to do my own cooking these days. That's just a little hobby of mine that I like to do. I haven't really found anything really crazy, besides the norm, In-N-Out Burger.
See, I knew it. I knew you eat
it up a little bit based on what my kids want and what the wife wants. So, it's a cool little hobby for me that I like to do.
You are a smart man. Whatever the wife likes, whatever the kids like. What do you like about the defense here in Los Angeles?
Just how many great players there are, man. Just how everybody, joins together and play ball together. Just a team defense. They have the superstars like DJ, Khalil, and those guys, but just everybody moving in that same direction. This was a top defense in the league last year, and just blessed to be a part of what these guys has built and what's continued to build, and it's been great just getting to learn and getting my feet wet in it. But these guys been bringing me along and making sure I'm good, making sure I know everything that's going on. DJ has been awesome, Elijah, Lowski, those guys been awesome. So we just getting it going and just happy to be here for real.
DJ said your mind is a football.
Yeah, No doubt, man. I like to think that I'm a big IQ guy, so I like to think that I know a lot what's going on. You know, that's helped me to, get 19, 20 interceptions in my career. So that's really what I'm just trying to do. You know, I'm trying to get among great football guys and just play great football. And that's really the theme in the building. Whether you talk about offense, whether you talk about defense, special team, it's just a football building. And it's a great place to be. And I'm just happy that I'm here and going to keep this thing going.
Dante, welcome to Los Angeles.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Shannon. That was great. Love it. Energy from all our guests with Shannon down there. Dante there. Just how hyped he was. Same with Alohi and Q. A lot of fun here tonight. Hall of Fame game. We got the extra preseason game. Bonus Chargers football for the people. You said it, DJ, right now, 27-7. Let's see if we can do it 21-0.
Let's go.
You know? Do the John Harbaugh, Baltimore undefeated preseason.
Harbaughs don't like losing anytime.
Anytime. They're playing again. I think Coach said last year when we asked him about it, he's like, well, if you're playing a game, you want to win, right?
I mean, this you know what this started? This started with the unbelievable new pants that they trotted out. They look awesome. And literally forcing a turnover on the opening kick.
Way to set the tone for the season. Ryan Ficken, one of the best in the business. He and Chris Gold do a heck of a job coaching up special teams. Year in and year out. Some of the best units in football. Think about Cameron Dicker they got after he was waived by the Eagles. J.K. Scott signed as a free agent after he was let go by Green Bay. Hooker back out there under center. Hands off to Small. Small breaks through the line.
He punched it out.
Yeah, he sure did. Ball's on the ground. The Lions are going to recover it, though. It was Eric Rodgers that bonked it out of there against Small. It'll be a gain of 7. Chargers played in the 1980 Hall of Fame game, finishing a scoreless tie with Green Bay. The last scoreless tie in any NFL game, the last regular season game to finish 0-0, was all the way back in 1943 with these Lions against the Giants. I don't think we'll ever see another one.
Yeah, I don't think so.
This time the handoff goes to Jacob Sailors, the first-year player out of East Tennessee. He'll have the first down at the 30-yard line. Keep that clock moving. Chargers 27, Lions 7.
There's Big Caldwell making a tackle, though. He's had a nice debut.
Sure has. Haven't really looked at the defensive stats. We got Imani Johnson with 5 tackles to lead the way. Junior Colson with 5. That was Caldwell's 3rd. He stays in there. Next to Fuga, who's checked in. Play action for Hooker. He's got all kinds of time. Not going to use his legs. Running left. Morris Brash trying to track him down. He can't. He gets shoved out of bounds left sideline by Imani Johnson. Picks up 5. We'll bring it a 2nd and 5.
Talk about the winners from today. You know, I think it's pretty obvious. The guys that you've heard about that have making all these plays in practice, Nico Reed, Lambert Smith, I mean, they've carried it over to the field.
Yeah, and I'll say, look, Trey Lance has, had a heck of a night, has not been the most accurate quarterback in camp. We've seen him run the ball really well, but in terms of passing, I would say it's been an okay training camp. Tonight, he looked fantastic.
Yeah, sometimes the quarterback, it's just easier when everything's full speed.
Right.
Everything declares itself a little bit better. It's a little bit cleaner. It's not that just mush of bodies when you got kind of the brother-in-law situation where you don't want to hit the quarterback, you don't want to touch the quarterback. In some ways, it's better when they're buzzing around you.
Yeah, heck of a night for Trey. 120 yards and 2 touchdowns, passer rating at 114.6. Hooker to throw, and he's able to escape. Not the second time. He is wrapped up and dropped by Hinton.
That was Murphy,
and Edwards,
I think, that had the
and
pressure.
Caleb Murphy.
I think Murphy's the one who forced that to climb up.
Yeah, he climbed into Edwards. So they'll have to punt it away.
That little chop move on the outside from Murphy.
Yeah,
he forced him right up into the lap of the D-line.
Edwards, the undrafted free agent rookie out of Illinois. Another big body, 6'2", 315. That's a weird punt. Man. Shanked it.
Is that weird?
Out of
Is that
bounds
what terrible means?
I don't know if he was trying to get that little side spin thing going, working on something.
Working on giving the Chargers good field position.
See where they say that thing went out. Looks like they're going to say the 28-yard line.
Can they use the new technology on this as well?
Right, you would think so.
Stand to reason where the ball goes at, because that's a judgment call if there ever was one. But
so DJ, while Shannon was talking to Dante Jackson on that third down, DJ just a miscommunication with Fitzpatrick, I think it was, or it might have been Rice. One guy cut in, the other guy threw out. DJ on the pitch. And here's Miller Hines, and he finds the lane, stretches it to the right sideline, pushed out of bounds at the 35 by Dan Jackson for a gain of 7.
He looks healthy, man.
He does. We were talking about it. This is someone, before running backs were getting paid, when his deal was up in Indy in 2019, he got a 3-year, $19 million deal from the Colts. It's kind of that pass-catching back, kick and punt return. Remember, he's got 2 kick return and 2 punt returns for touchdowns in his career. Son Haskins back in there. DJ under center on this 2nd and 3. Hand off to Haskins. And there you go, Haskins, but we do have a flag at the line of scrimmage.
That's unfortunate because that was a great run.
Defense offsides.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go. And Haskins looked good tonight.
Offside. Defense number 53. Penalty decline. Jump the play. First down.
Greg Roman understands the assignment as well, by the way.
Indeed he does. Run the ball.
I do think you can tell in this preseason, obviously it's not the starters, but man, the depth of this roster is much better than last year. Tell that right away.
Yeah, no question. That run puts them over 100 yards as a team. On the ground, DJ to throw. And there's quick slant, beautiful toss. First down for Brendan Rice. Gets to plus territory. And the Lions 41.
That ball having heat on it? You hear that?
Yeah, you think the guy played some center field? Was being scouted as someone who's going to be drafted straight out of high school?
Damn. Right on his chest.
Right between the numbers.
And he's got a smooth motion.
He does. I said it, besides Herbert, he just throws the prettiest ball in training camp. High formation. Hand off to Haskins. Tripped up, spins off, and look at that. Nice second effort by Haskins. Drops the shoulder, lowers the boom, and picks up 8.
That got the sideline going.
Right? Look at that. Knocked over Dan Jackson. Welcome to the NFL. Rookie out of Georgia.
I saw somebody going nuts on the sideline. I'm like, who is that? Oh, that's Coach Harbaugh.
There you go. Seems about right. Clock at 7 minutes. Chargers 27-7.
Oh, Lee Jackson took a charge on that one.
Right. Whew. High formation again. Matlock ahead of Haskins. DJ hands off again. Haskins looking to bounce, and that is not his specialty.
He looked a little tired, too.
Yeah. Dropped at the 34, loses one. And here comes Vidal. Yeah. 3rd and 3. Probably 4-down territory. You want to get Dicker out there to mess around with the wind. His first attempt was no good from 53.
Look at that upright.
That's
the direction
what I mean.
We're going.
The whole thing is shaking.
Holy cow.
Shotgun now. Vidal to his right. 2 receivers right.
Get a little slot fade here. Let's go.
Campbell left, and here's DJ to throw. Sets his feet, takes a shot downfield, and incomplete, but that's flags everywhere. DiCaprio Boodle never got his head turned around on Jalen Johnson.
What did we get there, Money? Little slot fade.
Little slot fade.
Pass interference. Defense number 17. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
Yeah, you called it. You called it, DJ, and it was, I think, perfectly executed.
Yeah, the ball's underthrown, but it worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
you just have so much real estate to work with. When that outside corner's pressed up and you know you can get vertical with your slot, you've got the whole field to work with.
So a new set of downs, a 1st and goal from the 7.
I tell you what, there's some Ohio State fans we're picking up on our mic. They're just going after Coach Harbaugh, man. That rivalry's in good shape.
Yeah. DJ hands to Vidal. Here we go. Is he going to get his second all the way down to the 2-yard line? Kamani Vidal. He's already got 1 today. That's a gain of 4. Vidal now 7 carries, 35 yards, averaging 5 with that touchdown, a long of 16. We talked about it before, too, DJ. That's going to be an intense competition for those running back spots.
It's a good group.
It's a really good group, especially when you add Hines to the mix.
We haven't talked about Najee.
No. You know.
Hey, Mike 27. Ace 27.
Now Patterson out there, I formation. DJ takes the snap, hands to Patterson. Patterson pushes the pile forward, waiting for a signal. And they're going to say he's down at the 1. Keep that clock moving, under 5 minutes now.
My favorite jersey, I see there's a lot of Chargers
there have been
jerseys here.
great. I was going to say that
but this
at the
is
start.
my favorite one is the Hutchinson one. Have you seen this one guy right down here? He's got the Michigan Lions Hutchinson split. He split the jerseys and had them sewed together.
I've seen about 4 or 5 Bernie Kosars. See a lot of Hall of Famers.
Oh, yeah.
It's been fun. Saw Gale Sayers Bears jersey. There's a Troy Polamalu. There's a Jack Lambert down there. See, there's a Jack Lambert with the split.
That's great.
Pretty cool. Oh, here we go. 3rd and goal. Oh, Vidal swallowed up in the backfield for a loss of 2. And clock down under 4 minutes now. I think they're going to go for it. TJ, by the way, can run it. He's an athlete.
Yes.
So you could do a little option here.
Took the extra lineman off the field.
So they got Brendan Rice out there. Johnson. Here we go. They're going to go for it. Pistol formation. DJ hands to Vidal, trying to get the corner. Vidal, it's a foot race. Did he get it? Touchdown, Chargers! Kamani Vidal in a foot race with Ian Kennelly, and he gets into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the night.
The first part of that was the speed to get to the corner, but then they got to him right before he got to the end zone. That's the strength to power that extra yard in. And it was close.
Sure was.
But he got contacted at the 3. I think he's in.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely in.
Great effort.
Yeah, because the elbow was the first thing that came down, and all you need is the nose of the ball on the line. And, yeah, they're letting it go. So, we'll take this one, Charger fans. This has been fun. Extra point is good. 9 plays, 72 yards, 5 minutes, 32 seconds. Chargers 34, Lions 7 on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Like our championship-winning boys in blue, your Southern California Chevy dealers have star talent at every position. Leading off, Chevy Silverado, the #1 selling full-size pickup in Southern California. Crushing big league challenges with legendary strength and advanced capability. Stop by and drive one home today, or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Based on S&P Global Mobility. New retailer registrations using large pickup segmentation. Call 844-55-CHEVY or see dealer for details.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Winning a world championship is incredible, but nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips and supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
If you owe the IRS or state, if you've received a levy or garnishment notice, the worst thing you can do is ignore it. The problem isn't going away, and the longer you put it off, the more penalties and interest keep piling up. So what should you do? Call a company that can help. The experts at Rush Tax Resolution know how to fight the IRS and win. Rush Tax is A+ rated with the BBB, and they've helped thousands of people put an end to their tax problems for good. And if you're a business owner and owe payroll taxes, did you know the IRS can shut you down and come after you personally? Rush Tax helps business owners stay in business. They've even been able to stop levies and garnishments the same day. Call 800-485-3021 now, and Rush Tax will tell you upfront and for free if they can help. And they only take cases they know they can help. 800-485-3021. 800-485-3021. 800-485-3021. Or rushtaxresolution.com.
Back to more LA Chargers football.
Left sideline, 10-5. Flips into the end zone.
On the LA Chargers Audio Network.
34-7. All Bolts here. The Pro Football Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio, Tom Benson Stadium. Hope you're all enjoying the first football contest of the season. I know we are here in the booth. That's not starters. Doesn't count. As Dicker kicks off and drops this thing in perfectly at the 5-yard line. And special teams goes to work. Able to drop Keeney James at the 35, where he would have got it on a touchback, make it the 34. But I think you hit the nail on the head there, DJ, when you talked about depth. That's what we're looking at here tonight, is just what incredible depth this team has at the corner position, at the defensive line position, at the defensive tackle, interior defensive line. And that was supposed to be the one that was the big question mark with the departure of Poona Ford and Morgan Fox. And it's looked fantastic.
And receiver and running back as well.
Hooker takes the snap, hands off. And Sailors dropped after a minimal gain. We'll call it 3.5, 4.
Copyright of this broadcast is owned by the National Football League and the LA Chargers. All rights are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the NFL is prohibited. Like riding a bike, money.
Right? First ever Charger win in the month of July.
How about that? We'll take it.
1-1 now. And again, can't say it enough. It's Hooker rolling to his left. Look at that. Morris Brash waiting for him. Knocks him down at the 36. Loss of 2.
I mean, that was perfect. He's got the little boot out by Zach Horton, the tight end. He chucks him back about 5 yards, so there's nowhere to throw the ball, and then gets the quarterback and Hooker.
Morris Brash was in the conversation for the 53rd man last year. Ended up going to Brendan Rice. As Hinton comes on the field at defensive tackle. Murphy and Kennard next to each other on the left side of that D-line. And here's Hooker under pressure, dumps it over the middle, and a beautiful form tackle by the rookie Mickens to drop him short of the sticks at the 42-yard line. Let's see if that brings us to the 2-minute warning here. I suspect it will.
He's an excellent tackler.
And it will.
That was a form chest-up tackle.
Bring us to the 2-minute warning. Chargers 34, Lions 7. 2 minutes to go here in the Pro Football Hall of Fame game in Canton on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Eric Dickerson here for my favorite spot in the desert, Spotlight 29.
When you're in the Coachella Valley, nobody brings you fun and excitement like Spotlight 29 Casino. They've added hundreds of new slots and 5 treasures baccarat exclusive to Spotlight 29.
And the best lineup of entertainers anywhere.
Go to Spotlight29.com for details.
Plus, the gaming age is now 18.
So get to the Coachella Valley.
Great shows, bright lights, and big winnings. Spotlight 29.
Coachella's best bet.
Scoring your favorite LA Chargers gear has never been easier with 2 locations to choose from. The Equipment Room at SoFi Stadium and the Chargers Team Store located right there at 2144 East El Segundo Boulevard in the Chargers Commons Shopping Center. Open Thursday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Chargers Team Store is stocked with the latest limited edition merch drops, jerseys, headwear, sideline gear, and much more. To learn more, visit chargers.com/shop. Again, that's chargers.com/shop.
Like our championship-winning boys in blue, your Southern California Chevy dealers have star talent at every position. Leading off, Chevy Silverado, the #1 selling full-size pickup in Southern California. Crushing big league challenges with legendary strength and advanced capability. Stop by and drive one home today. Or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Based on S&P Global Mobility. New retailer registrations using large pickup segmentation. Call 844-55-CHEVY or see dealer for details.
Want to go to college this fall? Don't let money hold you back. To be eligible for a Cal Grant and to get the most financial aid available, fill out your FAFSA or CATA by September 2nd. If you already submitted your FAFSA but only listed 4-year colleges, that's okay. Just update your application to include the community college of your choice. Keep your college dreams alive and enroll now at ICanGoToCollege.com.
What you doing this? That's what tonight's about! Back to more LA Chargers football. Run! Run! On the LA Chargers Audio Network.
Just to be safe, not yet. 34-7 at the 2-minute warning. Chargers on top of the Lions. I know our spotter Craig might push back on this with maybe Allen or Spot and Katie, but considering this is a high school football stadium, I think it's probably the nicest high school football stadium in the nation.
Pretty nice.
Yes. You got a 7-story tall press box, suites. Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Dan Fouts talking to Shannon Farron a little bit earlier as Hooker going deep and caught.
Oh!
No! Ripped out of his hands. Interception by, yes! My man Miles Purchase to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. And I knew if I held, it would pay off, DJ. Miles Purchase. There is a flag. Let's see what the flag is. They are all celebrating in the end zone. That was a beautiful play. It was a completion to love it. And Purchase just ripped it out of his hands and started running the other way. But I think it's going to come back. There was a towel on the field. So here we go. Opportunity for me to share this, my favorite bit coming into this game. As they break huddle, and will probably just take a knee, so it'll give me time to tell this story. Yes, it's exactly what they're going to do. DJ Uiagalelei with the first knee. Miles Purchase. This is what NIL was built for. At Iowa State, he and his teammates, Tyler Moore, Tommy Hammond, and Caleb Bacon, were hired by the Iowa Pork Producers Association to push Purchase, Moore, Hammond, Bacon. Was the ad campaign.
Love it.
And they would routinely sit those 4 guys next to each other on the bench and cut to it during the game. All 4 of those guys, Iowa State Cyclones, that were paid by the Iowa Pork Producers Association.
Well done.
That's what it's for. Love it. Great play by Miles Purchase. DJ, going to have to do it one more time to make this thing official. And as Statman Ben pointed out, highlight of this game, injury-free night.
Yep.
Not a 1. A lot of good reps for the young players on this team. Miles Purchase, by the way, at Iowa State with a single interception in his 52-game career. Not a bad way to start your pro career. That was a beautiful play.
I took it away from him. How about this trip? I mean, go into the Hall of Fame and see the bus and get a chance to celebrate Antonio Gates. The Chargers really played a flawless game.
Yeah. There's the final knee. We'll count it down to zeros. 34-7. The Chargers knock off the Lions. They will play at home next week against the Saints. Shannon downstairs with the player of the game, Nico Reed.
Nico Reed, player of the game. I mean, pass breakup, tackle, and a pick. Calling your name all night.
Yeah, man. It's a great feeling, man. I appreciate being player of the game, man.
What's it like showing up to practice every day? You look calm out here. You look calm pregame. You looked like you knew exactly where to be all the time, just as a first-time player.
It's just preparation. So from practice every day against, these guys are elite. They've been in the league, so just getting better every day. Come out here and it's just like practice.
That's exactly that's the key, right? Consistent and competitive, 2 words Jesse Minter has for you. Is that what you bring every day?
Yep, consistency and competitiveness. I'm a competitor. I like competing with everybody, and I don't turn down no competitors.
Do you like a deep safety room for that reason?
Do I like what?
It's a deep safety room.
Yeah, I do, because we need the guys that come with that room.
All right, thank you. Have a great night.
You too. Thank you,
guys.
Yeah, player of the game. We're allowed to give that out. Nico Reed, she mentioned it. Heck of an interception. There's a 52-yard return on that interception. Pass breakup. And the Chargers get the big victory, 34-7 here in the Hall of Fame game. Come back to wrap it up from Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Scoring your favorite LA Chargers gear has never been easier with 2 locations to choose from. The Equipment Room at SoFi Stadium and the Chargers Team Store located right there at 2144 East El Segundo Boulevard in the Chargers Commons Shopping Center. Open Thursday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Chargers Team Store is stocked with the latest limited edition merch drops, jerseys, headwear, sideline gear, and much more. To learn more, visit chargers.com/shop. Again, that's chargers.com/shop.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Eric Dickerson here for my favorite spot in the desert, Spotlight 29.
When you're in the Coachella Valley, nobody brings you fun and excitement like Spotlight 29 Casino. They've added hundreds of new slots and 5 treasures baccarat exclusive to Spotlight 29.
And the best lineup of entertainers anywhere.
Go to Spotlight29.com for details.
Plus, the gaming age is now 18.
So get to the Coachella Valley.
Great shows, bright lights, and big winnings. Spotlight 29.
Coachella's best bet.
Big announcement to make. I'm so pumped. I just got into the brand new fully electric Hyundai Ioniq 5. This got to be one of the coolest SUVs I've seen in my life and one of the most teched out electric vehicles ever, which is what I'm all about. Premium features like Hyundai's digital key, Bose premium audio, and of course, ultra fast charging capability. Let's go. And it looks so slick. You have no idea. Learn more about the Ioniq 5 at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
30, 20, 10, touchdown Chargers!
This is your home of the Bolts on the LA Chargers Audio Network.
A lot of fun. It's great to be back with everybody. Along with Daniel Jeremiah here in the booth. Shannon Farron down on the field. 2 people I absolutely love hanging out with and doing the games with. Our producer Justin, our engineer Rich, our spotter Ben, and our spotter Craig, I should say, Statman Ben, who made the trek out. Certainly appreciate those guys. It was a lot of fun to be here today, DJ.
You're right about all of it, Monty. It's great to be together. We are a family. I mean, we've done this for a few years now, and to get a chance to kick off the football season, not just for the Chargers and the Lions, but really for the NFL.
Yeah.
It's like a celebration here as much as it is a game, and that'll go with Antonio Gates going to the Hall of Fame along with a few others. But this was fun, man. It was fun just to see some football. It was good football. Normally these preseason games, man, you don't know what